Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon. You're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all. Good morning and afternoon. Depends on what part of the world you live in. It's the official. Yes, yes. Man Cave morning / afternoon show. I'm slowly regaining my voice back from the festivities.
It was quite an event.
Yes, yes, yes. Salute, peace, and blessings to everybody, man. Yes. To my right, my partner.
Wow, how is Soup Shaw?
My ace. My homie. The fam. We call her Soups.
Woo!
Yeah.
Good morning, good afternoon. Blessed to be here today. What's up, America?
No doubt, no doubt. I'm just humbly Storm Norm the General. Salute, peace, and blessings to you all. I'm just glad to be here. I am so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be here.
So happy to have you.
Yes, 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 yes. Peace and blessings to everybody. But first and foremost, shout out to everybody watching us live right now on YouTube. Salute to everyone watching us live right now on Twitter and Periscope. Shout out to everyone watching us live on the mother site, WBKS1.com. And shout out to everyone listening to us live on what? The TuneIn app. Listen, people, I'm going to show y'all right here. If you don't have it by now, download the TuneIn app. It is free. It's free. All right? You can listen to all your favorite radio stations around the world on the TuneIn app. And guess who's on there? WBKS1, where you can listen to the Man Cave Morning Show every single day and the 24-hour music play. So go download that free app, man, and listen to some good music, some good content, all right? And shout out to everyone watching us live on FB, Facebook. Salute to you all.
Yes, yes.
And we are here, and I'm going to clap y'all up, and I'm going to show some love. So as y'all trickle in, shout out to my man Sauf Ali. Shout out to B. Queen B, that is. Shout out to Ramona Woods Black. Yes. Hey. What's up, Ramona? What's going on? Shout out to Kenny Johnson. Shout out to Arturo Leon. Shout out to Itol du Soleil. Did I say that name right?
Hey, if you didn't, it sounded doggone good to me.
Itol du Soleil. Hey. Shout out to Garcia Mahoney. Shout out to Alicia Mitchell, Platinum listener. Shout out to Valencia Tobias. We're going to talk about some things today. Shout out to Kiss. What's up? Where you at, girl? You snowed in? Shout out to Chanel Red. Shout out to Susan Best. Shout out to Denise Sparrow. What's up, Denise? Shout out to Pierre Parker. What's up, Smooth Pete? Shout out to Skylar Freeman. Shout out to John Booth. Cuzzo, what's good? Shout out to Songbird C. Shout out to Jeffrey. Shout out to Bob Sumner on the check-in.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah. Salute, Renata. Peace and blessings to you all. And let's clap all y'all up because y'all deserve it.
You're pretty good with that song, man.
Hey, we've been doing this for a minute. We've been doing this for a minute. You see my voice is slowly coming back, man. Slowly coming back. We had a heck of a party celebration.
It was very celebratory. It was.
We've been posting it. Could I just clear something up right now?
Absolutely.
We've been posting this thing up for about 3 months.
Oh, yeah.
So I got hit up with, where was my invite? Why I ain't get no invite?
Uh-oh.
Why you let me know about it? It's been posted for 3 months.
You just had to pull up.
I didn't personally invite anybody, not in no family members, anybody. I've been talking about it on the show. I've been posting it up, whatever. It was packed. It was a beautiful event. It was epic.
Standing room only, baby.
Yes, shout out to everybody that made it an amazing, successful event. It was the Aquarium Birthday Bash. I'm celebrating my birthday all week. You see the red cup still in the building. All right,
it's only juice.
Yeah. It's only juice.
It is.
Yes, it's just juice. Fruit juice, people. But yeah, so we've been celebrating all week, man. We're going to continue celebrating this Friday, too. Come on out to Fridays. BKS1 Radio got Fridays in Piscataway on lock.
Yes.
Every Friday. We rocking out on the ones and twos. I'm rocking out on the ones and twos with my man DJ Smooth P. Music is powered by WBKS1.com. It's happy hour, 10 to 1. Every Friday, we in the building. So if you want to celebrate your party, or you just want to come through and have a party and come into a spot where it's free, and you can eat some good food and everything like that, and see us rock out on the ones and twos, we can make it a party every Friday. Come on out this Friday. We will be there 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. on the Wheels of Steel, on the ones and twos, doing what we do, people. All right? Doing what we do. So don't forget. Ball. Yes. We're going to have a good time. Shout out to Deidre, Howard, Francois. Shout out to Ebony Street on the check-in. Ebony, what's good, mama? What's good? So we're going to talk about some things today. A lot of y'all clearing off that snow off the car and everything. And, depends on where you live. Some of y'all that live down south that listen to us, forget y'all, because y'all ain't got no snow.
Spring started for them already.
Yeah, we got to deal with the snow up here. So we're going to talk about some things today. And we're going to keep it 100. So one of the topics that we're going to discuss, shout out to Althea Rock. Althea, what's good? Beanie, what's good? Now, one of the things we're going to talk about today, Soups, shout out to Pie Lady, we see you. One of the things we're going to talk about is, are you your own worst enemy? Now, you know we can go deep with this, partner.
We could go deep.
Right?
We could go so deep.
Are you your own worst enemy? That's one of the things we're going to talk about today. But also, too, shout out to Tammy Walker on the check-in. Shout out to Will, Deacon Will. What's good, fam?
What's up, Will?
Yes. Yeah. Get it right, bruh, so you can get back up in here. So check this out. Floyd Mayweather says he's shopping at Gucci.
What's wrong with him?
I don't care what you say. Oh, Kiss said, edit the topic. Are you your own worst enemy? And then 2, Floyd Mayweather says he's shopping at Gucci. I don't know what you want me to do, Kiss, but we're going to work it out. So.
Oh, I see what she says.
All right. Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah, she on it. See, she working. She ain't here, but she working.
She working remotely. Thank you.
She's working remotely. Shout out to Tracy Napoleon on the check-in. Nia, what's good?
Hey,
James,
Tracy.
James Coach, Cheese Roach, what's good? What's good, fam?
What's up, cousin?
Yeah, so that's the topic today, man. Are you your own worst enemy? But we want to talk about Floyd Mayweather too, because he said he's still shopping at Gucci.
Well, I have an opinion about that.
All right, so let's talk before I even run the clip. And of course, we remember these things that we see, because this is something we really got to go into deeply, and we got to break this down, right? So Floyd's like, yo, I'm still shopping at Gucci. So what's your opinion before we even talk about the clip?
Well, I think when you watch the clip, okay, the person, a reporter asked him, about it, and I just think that he wasn't informed, and that is why he gave the response he gave. So when you watch the clip, let's check it out.
You always give somebody the benefit of the doubt. That's what I love about you. All right, I'm sorry. He can't get no pass from me. There's no way.
I'm not giving him a pass. I'm just saying.
There's no way in hell you don't know what's going on.
I don't know.
And you don't know how offensive that is to African Americans as a whole, and just the history and the backstory to blackface.
People are so lost in the sauce and ain't funny. They don't know. I bet you could go out this door and stop 10 people and ask them the vice president's name, and half of them wouldn't know it. All right.
So I'm going to run the clip for y'all, and I really want y'all to watch. I really want y'all to listen to this clip, and I want y'all honest opinion. And the phone lines are open. You can call in. It's 646-233-1302. Yo, we had that number forever. Forever.
We've been around for a minute.
Yeah,
ever.
No doubt. Here's the clip, y'all. This is Floyd Mayweather on Gucci. Here it is.
Controversy?
What controversy?
Yeah, I'm sure you heard. Black. They had the blackface sweater, and a lot of prominent artists dropping them. The black. Man,
listen. I'm not no follower. I do what the fuck I want to do.
Right.
Because everybody say wear this or don't wear this. I'm wearing what the fuck I want to wear. I'm about to go into Gucci.
Were you disrespected at all by the whole blackface?
I'm about to go into Gucci. No. Oh yeah, but you see, we've been in there shopping today.
Look at it. Oh man. Oh, yeah, you're not worried about the backlash at all. Look at all the Gucci bags.
Oh man, I'm living life, man. Right. I'm living life. Everybody gonna boycott. I said, guess what? Well, this boy gonna get on a yacht and live life.
Right. But you don't feel that they were disrespectful making the balaclava, the blackface?
My thing is this.
Sure.
We all know racism still exists.
Right.
But that's not gonna stop my drive. Black lives matter first.
Right. Little controversy?
What controversy?
Yeah, I'm sure you heard, black, they had the blackface.
Pick that head up from underneath that doggone rock.
Man, look, I think he's a great athlete. I think he's a great boxer. I have a problem. Real talk, Floyd, bruh. Listen, man. Listen, bruh. There's so many, like I would have loved to have seen you walking out an African American owned clothing store, buying bags and bags and bags of it, right? So we know Gucci is expensive as hell. So that's one. So for some reason, it's a status symbol for us as African Americans.
It is
to purchase a Benz, a BMW, Gucci, Versace, this, whatever. We so caught up in labels, like we become label hoes. And I talked about this yesterday. We got so caught up in brand names or whatever like that. We forget about we own brand names too. So for you to sit up there and be like, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Now, what if Muhammad Ali would have thought like that, right? So you a great boxer, so was Ali, but Ali still stood for something. He still stood for something.
Incredible man.
And he still fought. He fought battles for us, and this is real talk. He fought battles for us. At what point in your life are you gonna say, you know what? Let me stop being selfish. Let me stop thinking about me, and let me do something for the people, And does he have a responsibility with his celebrity to do something for the people?
Absolutely, he has a responsibility. I mean, that wealth gives you an opportunity to have impact in a positive way. And he certainly could have said something more beneficial to his race other than Black Lives Matter. With Black Lives Matter, how are you supporting a business that is degrading Black lives?
And that's my whole thing. Like, at some point you got to take a stand. Listen, I get all the thing. I'm paid. I'm money Mayweather. I get all of that, man. Yeah, you got money. You got dough. You make more money in a week than most of us make our whole lives. We get it. We get all of that. But at what point do you say enough is enough? I'm tired of being disrespected. You know what I'm saying, by folks. I'm tired of giving folks my money and making them rich, and they disrespect me and my people and my culture. At what point do you say enough is enough? Now, whether you like it or not, you a trendsetter, bro. You a trendsetter. So that video I just ran, right? It's already running on TMC. TMZ. It's running on TMZ. I didn't make a new network.
That's the new show.
Yeah. So it's already running on TMZ. It's already running clips all throughout social media. So you're going to have a whole bunch of Money Mayweather fans like, yeah, forget that. Yeah, I'm buying Gucci regardless. I'm going to make my money. I'm going to work hard for money. I'm buying Gucci regardless. I don't care. So what? They disrespected us. So what? They made a blackface sweater. So what? They think we coons. So what? So what? And this is the trend that's going to follow. You're very impressionable. You're very impressionable, bruh. And we got to be careful of what we do with our celebrity and what comes out of our mouth. Sometimes it's best not to say nothing.
If he didn't know what time of day it was. But actually, as he comes out, I think somebody updated him, because they get him going in and they get him coming out. And I just think he could have came with definitely a much better response than he came with.
Black Lives Matter. That's all you got, bro.
That's the go-to.
Yeah. Okay.
We're pulling that out of our pocket. That's the go-to.
Shout out to Felton Jones on the check-in. Hey. Shout out to Juanita, Karen Hart's Town. Shout out to I see y'all Ingrid Judge, Nene Mina, Paulo DJ Jess. Yes. What's up, fam? Check him out 5 to 6 today on BKS on Radio. Now, back to Floyd.
I want to hit up what Nene said.
Let's read some comments.
I'm trying to keep up with them. They coming so fast, Norm. But I did happen to see one that came across that Nene said about putting Gucci on punishment. Like she said, she owns a lot of Gucci, but she won't be coming out with that, based on, with the recent events and what they seem to be promoting. She gonna put that stuff in the closet.
You know what? And this is real talk. Listen, and everybody, listen. Spend your money how you want to spend it, but when it comes to something like this, you got to take a stand. So I respect the fact that you say you're gonna put it in the closet. I got a suggestion though, what you could do with that. So for everybody that own Gucci, right? If you put that online and sell that, you still gonna get a nice penny for it, because there are other people that don't look like us that love Gucci is going to continue to buy Gucci. Sell that Gucci, get your money, and videotape yourself going into a black-owned business and buying something on that level, a product on that level. There are black purse and pocketbook designers and other black designers or whatever in African American-owned businesses that you can take that same money after you sell your Gucci, right, and invest it into a black-owned business. And this is real talk, man. We got it. At some point, we gotta say enough of the disrespect. I'm tired of it. I mean, me personally, I'm really, really, really tired of it. So now, talking about that, so y'all heard about Katy Perry, right? So you know who Katy Perry is. I Kissed the Girls or something like that. She made a song like that years ago.
Yeah, she's got a few hits.
Yeah. So Katy Perry, she pulls her blackface shoe from Walmart and Dillard's amid uproar. So she
has a blackface
shoe?
Yeah.
So let's read this real quick. So you want to take it or shall I? Can you see that? I know you.
Let's see.
You limited like me.
Let's see, Storm Noir. All right, Katy Perry becomes the latest high-profile person to come under scrutiny related to the use of blackface, but in this case for designing a shoe that resembles the racist gesture. According to TMZ, in the latest incident, Katy Perry's shoe is about to be yanked from retailers like Dillard and Walmart for what is being described as design features that closely resemble blackface. The shoes are called the Rue Face Slip-On Loafer, and another style that has a heel is called the Aura Face Block Heel Sandal. The face shoes have 2 eyes, a nose, and red lips on them, and they come into different colors, black and beige. You know what's crazy? Okay, so I there's a picture going around with Beyonce in a jacket like that.
Okay, but here's my thing though. All right, see, because sometimes we can take things and we can run with it, and we can get a little crazy with it. So I want you to say yes, it's blackface, or nah. Yes, it's blackface, or nah.
You gonna show us a picture?
Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all a picture of Katy Perry's shoe. Here's the shoe.
No, nah.
You gonna say nah?
I'm gonna say nah.
I'm gonna have to agree with you because they got the beige model, right? So they got the beige model. So now, are we gonna say everything with big red lips is blackface?
Nah.
Like everything with big red lips. Sometimes it's just big red lips.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't find that shoe to be a caricature of the way that blackface was used to demean black people.
Exactly.
It was to simplify them. It was like black people were simple. We didn't have value. And I don't say that shoe is replicating that.
This is more of a disrespect.
Yeah, that's a disrespect.
All right. So what do y'all think about Katy Perry's shoe? Yes or nah? Yes is blackface or nah? What y'all think? Let's see what people are saying. Let's check the comments. Kiss said, I'm going to say they ugly as hell, though. And then Juanita said, nah. Didi Graham said, it's ugly, but nah. See, King Parker said, ugly. Walter Pittman said, what is that? What is that, velvet?
Juanita said, nah.
Ingrid just said, I'm selling my Gucci and Prada. Real talk, 95% of the people you see with these labels are knockoffs. True indeed. True indeed. If you got Poochie, keep it and rock it. If you got the fake Gucci, you know what I'm saying, with 2 O's, GOOCI, then keep it. Kenny Johnson says sell it. Yeah. Latanya Smith, what's up, T Berry? She said, let this not be a temporary boycott. Support black-owned businesses. Yeah, true indeed. And then Polly said, let's have a Gucci bonfire. Yeah. Yeah, we got to, at some point, you got to get tired of the disrespect. And Jess said, nah. See, I'm glad a lot of y'all say nah. Because, I mean, listen, man. listen, we can't nitpick everything apart, right? So I'm looking at this shoe. Now, if the only color was black, then I'll probably be like, maybe, right? But this beige, I heard they was trying to come out with a white one. This one, all of it with the same thing, with the eyes, the nose, and the lips. Okay, and that looks more like an African mask if it was just a black shoe.
Yeah,
by itself. You saw those African masks that look like that, but I don't know. I mean, I'm not mad at Katy Perry, you know. And whose call? I want to know whose call it was to pull the shoe. Was it her? If it was hers.
Well, you know, sometimes people go running scared because of the implication that they anticipate may come. So they want to protect the reputation and the dollar. So in that sense, I actually feel like that was respectful.
Okay, so you rock.
I feel like the action was, they were respecting the opinion or the atmosphere, the feeling of what the climate is circulating around this topic, because of what's happening with Gucci. But probably it was just to cover their, bottom line.
No doubt. No doubt.
I always give people the benefit of the doubt. That's me.
All right, I'm telling you somebody I'm not going to give a benefit of the doubt. So there's this lady, right? There's a Caribbean restaurant. We got some great ones around here. We got Best in Town around here.
Yes.
Whatever. And
chicken salad.
And listen, I went in there one time, and they ran out of the beef patties.
Oh my gosh! Hopefully you didn't cut up.
Listen, they ran out the beef patties. I buy the chicken patties, the vegetable patties, all of that, right? So when they run out, I just be like, oh man, y'all ran out. So I end up getting like a salad. They got a jerk chicken salad. I get a jerk chicken salad.
That I love.
So I usually get that. But there's one lady, they ran out of the beef patties at the Jamaican restaurant. She wilded out. She blacked out. I'm going to read y'all a little bit of story. And then I'm going to show y'all the clip. New York City woman vandalizes black-owned restaurant because they ran out of beef patties. Would you look at this, Soups? Yes. All right. So I'm going to run the clip, and then I'll go back and we'll talk about the story. Here's the clip.
A woman was caught on security camera busting out the front windows of a New York City restaurant because they were out of Jamaican beef patties. Police say this woman went to the back home restaurant in the Bronx last month in search of a beef patty. When the clerk told her they had none, she lost it. In a fit of rage, she left the restaurant, only to return a short time later with an aluminum baseball bat, smashing out the front windows. The owner, Simone Johnson, was so frightened by the whole thing, she didn't want to show her face on camera.
I have people that come from different places, from Rockland County, from Westchester County, people that come back from Georgia. They stack up with the patties because they want to go back home with them. So we do have, we have people that love them. I love them as well.
All told, the mess ended up costing Simone more than $2,000 to fix. The good news here is no one was hurt. At this point, cops are still searching for the woman. A woman was caught on security camera.
I ain't gonna front. The owner just got some free advertising. Cause now everybody gonna want to know what the hell them beef patties taste like.
Good beef patties.
Some good ass beef patties. You run out of them, we tearing up your store.
Make you go get a bat.
Wow. Shout out to D-Mac.
Something wrong with that woman.
Nope.
Honestly. Okay, there's a thing about road rage, but beef patty rage, really?
Okay, Soups, I'm gonna have to put you on blast. We had an event one time, and we ran out of my mac and cheese, and you slapped the hell out of Sandy and me. You slapped the hell out of Sandy and me and said, go get you some more mac and cheese.
Look, speaking of, do y'all got some at the house today?
All right, so D-Mac said, damn. Those beef patties must be good. Smack your mama good. No doubt.
Smack your mama.
Juanita said, oh my God, really? Come on, sis. Walter Pittman said, you're going to see that on the evening news. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's going to make her business goes skyrocket. Dee Dee Graham said she was hungry, huh? Shaking my head. Mental illness is real. No doubt. We're going to take this call. Caller from the 401. State your name, where you calling from.
I'm calling from Alabama.
Oh, here we go.
It sound like it.
Yeah. Yep. Here go the craziness. Here we go. All right. Shout out to Alabama, though. Thanks for calling in. I know he's about to say something crazy. Okay. Well, you want to call us the N-word or Jigaboo or something like that. Heard it all before. Sorry, son. All right. Okay. Ingrid Dress said, "What kind of weed are those people smoking? The munchie shit, not make you lose your mind."
Yes.
Shout out to Greg Booth for the check-in. My people, come on, sister. No doubt, I feel you. Oh, the stories get better. All right. So you heard about Soups. I know you don't know hip hop. So here
what
we
are
go.
you talking about? I don't know hip hop.
Soups, I know you don't know hip hop.
Oh, Storm Norm, you disrespect me. Go ahead.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Who that?
Exactly. But anyway, so you've been hearing about all the bad the brother's been doing or whatever. But he's a part of a domestic violence campaign now, believe it or not. So Tekashi 6ix9ine, that's the rapper with all the tattoos or whatever. He got the dreads and the funny colored hair and everything like that. But now he's I think they got him for some kingpin charges or some drug related charges or whatever.
Yeah.
But he's in a domestic violence domestic violence awareness
before his trouble or?
Campaign. I'm not sure.
Is he locked up? He's locked up, right?
Yeah, but they released it, and it says Tekashi 6ix9ine charged a New York sex shop $0 to appear in its anti-domestic abuse ad. $0.
Okay.
All right. So I'm gonna run the clip. It just shocks me. I'm gonna read some of it too, man. Before I really go in on this story, because I'm on the fence with it, but it is what it is. I guess that's something good. I ain't gonna hate. All right, let's read a part of the story. So, as a part of the anti-domestic violence abuse campaign, the Brooklyn rapper made a deal with a hometown sex shop to appear in several videos that will air in the shop's various locations around the city. The rapper's intentions were to promote domestic violence awareness on behalf of the shop. It's called Romantic Depot. The Blast reports Romantic Depot's CEO Glenn explained Tekashi 6ix9ine stopped by the store and expressed his interest in working with the store to promote the campaign. Glenn said the rapper, let me broaden it out. All right, we are challenged here with the eyes. All right, so I'm broadening it out. Says humble when he came in and gave them full support. In exchange, Glenn says the rapper wanted nothing in return. Wow. And gave Glenn full permission to use his likeness. Glenn says Tekashi was excited to be a part of the battle against domestic abuse. In the commercial, you can see Tekashi discussing the mistakes he made in his life. I'm just going to run the clip. Y'all tell me what y'all think about it. I personally think it's a good thing. Do y'all think it's a ploy? All right, here's the clip.
Welcome to Romantic Depot. How can I help you guys?
Yeah, we're ready to spice things up.
You do know you have to know your partner's limitations.
I agree. When I was younger, I used to make a lot of stupid mistakes. But I'm ready to learn more.
Get informed. Help stop violence against women. Visit a Romantic Depot near you and pick up your free pamphlet.
Thanks to Romantic Depot, I now know how to treat women with dignity and respect.
Visit Romantic Depot Rockland. Go to romanticdepot.com for directions.
Make sure you go visit Romantic Depot for all your Valentine's gifts.
Welcome to Romantic Depot. How can I help you guys?
Yeah, we're ready to spice things up.
I ain't gonna clown dude. I'm gonna clap him up.
Okay, yes.
Go ahead. You want to clown him? Go ahead.
No, I don't want to clown him.
but I hear a but.
No, I'm just thinking that this was a different type of promotion that the adult store is engaging. You know, a PSA. They're promoting their items at the same time. They're saying, get your freak on responsibly.
Yeah. Yeah. So what y'all think about it? Tekashi, look, Kiss is covering her eyes. Do y'all think that's just like, he want people to see him different?
I can't call it. I mean, it was a little weird. It's a little different. PSA from a sex shop.
I mean, could you hate on that?
I can't hate on it. No, I definitely can't hate on it. But it's not the PSA against domestic violence that I would kind of be looking for. It is different. That was different.
Okay.
It's like respect your woman and come buy these next toys. Respect that safe word.
All right. So
who they gonna get next? Bill Cosby.
Everybody trying to clean up their act, man.
Terrible.
Y'all ain't giving him a pass. He don't get him a pass. Come on, y'all. He's saying he changed.
I think that might have been before his troubles, though.
He's saying don't disrespect women.
Well, I appreciate that. I do. Thank you, Takashi.
Juanita said, I don't believe it. Knock it off. Ingrid just said, with that big ass 6'9" across his body, that was cheesy. Arturo said, I missed something. Yeah. Okay. Akisa said, very weird. Why you think it's weird, Kiss?
I say the same thing, Kiss.
Call in.
It was weird.
646
233
1302. Yeah, why y'all think that was weird, man? All right. Meanwhile,
I mean, PSAs for what next? I mean, I'm up in this cigar shop, but look, don't smoke. It was just different.
I'm trying to rock with you, bro.
You hang in there with him.
Listen.
He needs support.
Don't disrespect women. I agree.
No, absolutely not.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave that alone. All right, so listen. For some reason, right? All right. So a lot of people feel as though Cardi B shouldn't have won Best Solo Rap Album. All right. So now look who she was up against. And it's real talk. And we gotta talk about this because it's a deeper story. And all right. So Cardi B has won Best Rap Album at the 61st Grammy Awards for her 2018 debut, Invasion of Privacy. She beat out Mac Miller, Nipsey Hussle, Pusha T, and Travis Scott. Watch Cardi take the stage with Offset and deliver an emotional speech below. All right, so now, if you know hip hop, I'm sorry, Subs. If you know hip hop, all right, you already know that the other names I named, there's some phenomenal artists. They can make a great album, all of that. So I really had no hate when I found out she won. And I don't know how the Grammy board works. A lot of people says it's because of her popularity.
There you go.
I don't think they judge it. They're not supposed to judge it on popularity. You know, it's supposed to be all based on the music, sales, airplay, all of that.
Well, I mean, she got all that.
Yeah, she got sales,
but
airplay.
Just because it's popular doesn't mean that it's necessarily
good.
What's
good
or or what the culture of hip hop embraces, represents, and what we really value. So it was a commercial success, and she got her commercial award.
All right, so she heard all the backlash of people saying that she didn't deserve to win that because she made history. Y'all know she made history as far as a female solo artist. She made history.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, she made history. So she crossed that line, and it is what it is. She can't take it back. And she got an instant amount of success, blew up overnight, and she's here, and she's in our face now. Nobody can change that. Love it or like it. So there's some backlash. Nicki feeling some type of way. Nicki Minaj comes out and says, all right, first somebody came at Nicki, said, okay, Nicki Minaj has been at the top of her game for way too long to not have a Grammy. I don't know what white man from the boards she pissed off. And then Nicki comes back to say, look, I pissed off the same man Ariana just called out for lying. Grammy producer Ken. Wow, she pulled out the name. She said, Grammy producer Kim. I was bullied into staying quiet for 7 years out of fear. But I tell my fans the real on the next episode of Queen Radio. They deserve the truth. Also, congrats to everyone who won last night. You could have said congrats to Cardi B. You could.
No.
She said congrats to everyone who won last night.
I think that was sufficient. She didn't need to say congrats to Cardi B for one, because Cardi B was disrespectful to her. So to Nicki, I wouldn't.
You taking Nicki's side?
Yeah. Well, hey, I feel like this: when somebody brings you on, there's a level of respect, or you don't turn around to the icons, that came before you and spit in their face. That's a no-no.
True.
Respect.
All right, I rock with you. But this is what Cardi had to say about the backlash, and I want y'all to listen to this, even though she says it in her own way that Kiss doesn't like. In her own way, this is how Cardi felt. Here's the clip. Let's look at the clip.
You know what? It's not my style for people to put other people down to uplift somebody else. That's not my style, and that's not what I'm with, and I don't support that. However, I've been taking a lot of shit today. I'm seeing a lot of bullshit today, and I saw a lot of shit last night, and I'm sick of this shit. I worked hard for my motherfucking album. I remember last year when I didn't want for Bodak Yellow, everybody was like, Cardi got snubbed, Cardi would have got snubbed. Now this year's a fucking problem. My album went 2-time platinum, my nigga. And every chart that there was, my album was always top 10. #1 album as well. I fucking worked my ass off, locked myself in the studio for 3 months, my nigga. Didn't want to sleep in my own bed, sometimes for 4 days straight. Pregnant. Some songs couldn't even get on the fucking album because my nose was so fucking stuffy from my pregnancy. Niggas couldn't sleep. Niggas couldn't do shit. While everybody was harassing me like, you not gonna do it. We know you pregnant. Your career's over. That shit dwelling in my fucking mind while I'm working. You know what? It's not my style for people to put other people down to uplift somebody else. That's not my style.
Well, let me see what I want to say. No.
Listen.
I feel her pain though. She feel like she's disrespected.
I feel it too. And a lot of y'all still don't feel as though she deserved best rap album. But let's talk about it. Every time you turned on the radio, right? Within 5 songs, who you hear?
Cardi B.
Every time you walked into a club, within 5 songs the DJ play, what do you hear?
Cardi B. I enjoyed it too. I got down to her songs.
So, and then every time you check sales and you look at sales, if your album with double platinum, you can't deny it.
Right, because
it's undeniable.
Because what's popular is not always what is. How can you say it? It's not always the talent or the trueness of an event. Like I equate it to when Halle Berry got her Oscar. She took her shirt off. It wasn't that it was her most meaningful, role as an actress. And even Denzel, when he won for Training Day. It wasn't his most impactful, to me, that I thought his most impactful performance. They give it to us, and I'm going to say they because I don't think that it's made up of us on what they see as popular. I see it in a lot of different places. It's what that majority that's slipping away, what they find as relevant and what they're putting their money behind.
All right, so Arturo said I like Cardi and Finesse with Bruno Mars, although that song don't necessarily need her, but it's cool either way. Ingrid Judge said, ha ha ha, she was a stripper and reality TV star who blew up. She's being who she has always been.
Well, I like who she is. I'm not dissing that, but I'm just saying musically, in terms of rap.
I was having this conversation with Kiss yesterday. Kiss feels as though there's a time and place for everything. So she don't like the way she's like, okay, you got a child now, so certain things you don't have to say. You can put certain things a different way or whatever. So I mean, like if you listen to her passionate, that's where she's from. She's from the Bronx, right? She doesn't deny the fact that, hey, I'm hood. So she talks with my nigga, my this, my that, and this, that. That's her.
And I think the growth will come.
She's still young, 26, right?
Yeah, the growth. She has time, but she's in a lane that's working for her, and it might too be a business decision because if you're doing something and it's working, don't fix it if it ain't broke. Okay, so and if she evolves, is her audience going to evolve with her? So right now she doing what she got to do to pay her bills.
Yeah. And and a lot of people, listen, man, that's a lot of people that get in this game. That's the epitome of where they want to reach is getting a Grammy. And me personally, it's like I'm with Drake. So Drake got on, they cut Drake's mic.
Oh yeah.
At the Grammy. I got a clip of what he was saying though, but he was trying to say more, but they cut his mic. But basically this was what Drake was saying.
Look, if there's people who have regular jobs who are coming out in the rain, in the snow, spending their hard-earned money to buy tickets to come to your shows, you don't need this right here. I promise you. You already won. Look, if there's people who have regular jobs who are coming out in the rain, in the snow, spending their hard-earned money to buy tickets to come to your shows, you don't need this right here. I promise you. You already won.
They cut him off.
That was true as hell, and they sure did.
Yeah, they cut him off.
They're trying to protect their brand.
but see, here's my thing. This is why I get upset when Nicki feels the need to defend everything that happens. So in other words, if she's not picked for best this, if she's not #1 on the Billboard charts, if she's #2, she has a problem with it. You know, if she didn't get the award, she has a problem with it. And you got to stop looking for that type of validation. You heard what he just said. If there are people out in the rain and snow and bad weather coming to see your concerts, you know, or buying your music or whatever like that, then you already won. You're winning.
Yeah, he was so right. I absolutely agree with him. But typically, you know, I'm not going to say just from a female stance, but we are a little bit territorial, and we have to learn how to break that down. You know, where we can be a little more unified, that it's okay. And I give it up to Gabrielle Union, because, I mean, she came with it. It's you know, maybe a little more than a year ago, when she said that how she harbored that, you know, secretly within herself,
right,
that every black female actress was her competition, and she was out to, you know, knock you off so she could get her lane and stay in it.
Right.
So I understand the competition and the mentality, but you know what? There's a lot out there, and we get more together than we do apart, and there has to be a transition in how you think. But in her particular case, I think she felt like Cardi B was, you know, disrespectful,
right?
And so I could see how that would weigh on it too.
Dee Graham, shout out to Dee. Hey, what's up, Dee? Said what's popular is her disrespectful mouth. It's relatable, I guess, to the role changes. Her mouth is reckless. Tone it down, baby girl. Juanita says she's just a mess with her mouth. She has to find a better way of verbally getting her point across. I heard that from a lot of people. You know what?
But see, I want to hear what people in her generation, what they think. Of course, when you're at a certain age, you can look at that and you could say, you know, absolutely, you could do it better.
Right.
She's coming from who she is, you know, which the only thing that really changed is the glitz and what she's able to afford. So if you can't rise to your wealth, eventually your wealth will come down to where you are. So she is going to have to find a way to grow and advance herself, you know, to develop personally. But she is giving us who she is with no excuses, no apologies. This is who she is. Hopefully she's going to be able to evolve, and if we support her and we bring her along, and you know, even as women, we encourage her and try to introduce, you know, somebody comes along and puts her under the wing, it would be a great benefit to her.
Right.
But just coming at her and dissing her, she's gonna fight, because that's who she is.
No doubt. I like what shout out to Tracy Napoleon. She said there's enough room for everybody to win.
Absolutely.
I agree. Chanel Red, what's good? Yeah, call in on this. She said Grammys don't validate me. I works and people support my journey. There you go. Dee Graham said Nicki had her shine and still has a fan base. Let Cardi shine and shine with her. They could be a force together. Absolutely. You imagine if Nicki and Cardi did a movie together? You know how many people will come out to see that movie?
That would be phenomenal. And we need more of that. We haven't really had that out of this group of artists right now.
Yep.
You know, what do we call them? The 2010s? The last 10 years? Where we had that in the 80s and we had that in the 90s.
Right.
And we really need to market that, because we have such a serious fan base and our dollar is crazy.
Yep.
You know, in the minority community. Somebody, Storm Norm, write a movie or something. Come on.
I'm telling you, I'm coming out with a movie. I'm working on the script.
You have a phenomenal script, man. We need to put layers on that.
I'm working on it. That's the next phase. Arturo Leon said every generation has their way of expressing themselves from how they come from to where they evolve. True indeed. Nene Mina said they gave Drake a chance to come back on, but he declined. And Red said do another Ladies First song. Yeah, why not?
Oh yeah, definitely time for that.
That's your song. You always dance to that. You got a
I
routine
rap
to
to
that.
that too.
Yeah, she actually got a routine.
I perform to that. Yes. Why you laughing, Stormy?
I'm just saying. It's all good. It's all good. We love you, Sue.
We need that UNITY. Come on, ladies. That's what we need.
But you know what? That would be crazy if they did do another ladies first song.
You know what? And it would sell, and it would be across generational lines. Like it would cross over so many ways, regardless of age, race. Women would relate to that.
There never have been in the history of the hip hop game 2 female rappers on top at one time. Never in history. Cardi B and Nicki are the first. People don't realize that. I'm talking about at the top. I ain't talking about out.
So you don't think Queen Latifah and MC Lyte were at the top of the game at the same time?
Nope, not at the same time.
In the late 80s going into the 90s?
Nope.
I do.
Nope. Go back and check and research that. There never in the history of hip hop have been 2 female rappers.
What do y'all say? Do y'all think Queen Latifah and MC Lyte was
the whole Live in the Cypher crew will agree with that, because we all discussed that.
They would agree with you, or they would agree with me?
They would agree with me. We all discussed it.
Well, that's you men. What do us women think?
It hasn't. It hasn't. Mm-hmm. Y'all can think about it. Shout out to Sakira Baker on the check. What's up, Sakira? Felicia Nelson said, hey, everybody. And Kiss said, I got to see that, Trish. I love seeing Soups act up.
It happens every now and then, Kiss.
No doubt. And Chanel Red said, labels suck. Ingrid Judge said, as long as it includes Lil Kim and Remy Ma. No doubt. No doubt. Juanita said, ladies' first song would be epic. Yeah, it would. Mm-hmm. Think about it. Chanel, got to put that together. Tracy Napoleon said, you would have to do it independently because the labels won't allow it. You know what? I agree, Tracy.
You know, now that the labels have come back and figured out how to monetize through the shift of what's happened in the entertainment industry, yeah, you're right. So I think it's definitely time for independence to to come back and have more of a force in that lane, because definitely they have every platform available to make it happen. But what happens now, there's so many platforms, it's noisy.
Yep.
So people just don't know how to focus that.
True indeed.
To monetize it.
True indeed. Shout out to everybody on the check-in, man. Listen, we're going to go deep into this. We're going to keep it 100 too. Our topic is, are you your own worst enemy?
Oh, yeah.
And listen, when we talk about this, and listen, before we even get into this topic, no matter what platform you're watching us on right now, just click the share button, share it out, whether it's on YouTube, Twitter, Periscope. If you listening to us on the TuneIn app, on the mother site, WBKS1.com, on Facebook, just click the share button. We're going to have some real transparent talk right now on BKS1 Radio, the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. Again, are you your own worst enemy? Let's talk about this thing here. So now, you know me, I pulled up some research. 8 signs you are your own worst enemy.
Okay, let's see what you got. Let's see.
Are your own worst enemy. You are your own worst enemy. Let's see if these really apply. We're going to keep it 100 with ourselves, right? Because a lot of times we are quick to go like this and point the finger.
You did it.
And point the finger. Right.
You did it.
Right. It's your fault.
Yeah.
I blame you for me not being at a certain point in my life. You know, I blame this person. I blame this person. Nobody wants to look in the mirror at themselves, because sometimes we could be our own worst enemy. So now I got 8 signs.
Okay, let's hear it.
From thriveglobal.com. And I researched this and I went through it. I said, wow. Kind of hits home. Let me see if I even got there. So again, 8 signs you are your own worst enemy. Okay. First sign. Let's see if we agree, disagree, or if this may be you. Number 1 is tunnel vision. All right, so let's break this down. Small thoughts easily fit in a closed mind. Big thoughts require an open one. All right, Roy H. Williams. Imagine if everyone had tunnel vision in this world. we would be robbed of so many great discoveries and advancements. Tunnel vision is living like a frog in the well. All right, people with tunnel vision are resistant to change. People with tunnel vision are resistant to change. Experimenting with new ideals and exploring new boundaries, limiting oneself is one of the biggest roadblocks to exponential growth. Brainstorming, sharing different perspectives, challenging each other's ideals, learning from various experiences, being inspired is how this world has progressed by leaps and bounds. Keeping an open mind and exploring beyond the ordinary will present more opportunities. Tunnel vision. Now, so they're saying this is a way that you're your own worst enemy. What do you feel about that?
I feel like that definitely, hit the nail on the head. One thing it said is that you're resistant to change. And that is a killer right there, because change is going to happen. And you have to embrace how you're going to go with that change. How you approach change can determine whether you win or lose, whether you're going to be able to maintain and grow. I was resistant to change. I hated change. I didn't want to see no change.
Just want to keep that one lane.
I wanted things to stay the same. I wanted everybody to think the same. I didn't want to embrace other thoughts. I was tunnel vision all day, all the way. That was me 100%. So yes, I can see. And then now, being reflective, I can see how that stifles and, really cuts off your growth and your ability to go into other areas. Tunnel vision is a killer.
Let me tell you something, right? I think about it. I'll say, let me talk about myself. So I used to always rock with a BlackBerry. I'm not getting no other phone. BlackBerry. Norm, they're coming out with things now that you could do this with video and this with pictures and this with your email and this and that and that. I'm like, BlackBerry. I still like my BlackBerry though. But somebody said, just try this, bro. Try this Android, right? And this one, the iPhones, whatever. First of all, I hate iPhones. Never would do an iPhone. But when I got my first Samsung, my Note phone, whatever.
Love my iPhone.
There was so many different things creatively, and you know how I get down creatively, that I can do with that phone. And I love my Note. And like, I don't want any other phone in the world now, And I also can say that with programs that I use.
Tunnel vision.
To do my music. Yeah.
Is that tunnel vision?
People are like, no, Norm. Now, one thing I won't conform to is Mac, right? I'm not a Mac person. Never been a Mac person. I'm a PC person. Reason why? Because I can build PC computers myself, right? So I don't want a Mac. So everybody's like, oh, if you're in the music business, you're in entertainment, you got to get a Mac. You got to get a Mac. You're doing video editing, Norm, you got to get a Mac. It's what everybody's using. And that turned me off right there. Because I'm the type of person, I don't want what everybody else does.
Right, you're going to go left.
Yes.
You ain't going to go right.
Yes. I'm going to go the total opposite way. What? You just said everybody's doing this?
It's not for me.
Then I'm going here. So I could be guilty of that first one, and maybe I am my own worst enemy by that one. But yeah, so certain things I got tunnel vision in.
The only thing I would say is that the only benefit when you do have tunnel vision is that you can embrace that you have like a laser focus on something, because you do need a level of focus on anything that you're working on or you're trying to create. But tunnel vision to me describes that you're not open to other opportunities. It's bigger than just your focus. And so that's where I see when tunnel vision is not productive. It's when you're not open to being able to to embrace something.
So I mean, yeah, and that's true. And you remember I used to be like that with certain things. Like,
oh my gosh.
Like, nope, I ain't budging.
I'm not going to speak on that right now.
No, but listen, you see how much I've changed.
You have, and I've really thought about that. But see, I always knew where that came from. It came from a place of wanting excellence and bringing excellence and wanting everybody to come with that. So I always knew that it came from the right place.
No doubt. Caller from the 201. State your name, where you're calling from. You're on the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. What's up?
Hello.
Peace and blessings, brother. How you feeling, brother Norm?
What's good, family?
Brother Tone, man. How's everything?
All right. Everything's good, my brother. What's up?
It's okay to say hi to me, too.
Well, of course, Queen. My apologies. You know, I gotta acknowledge the brother before I get to this. But no, by no means are you least of that.
Oh, thank you. Hello.
What's good, fam? What's going on, man?
Blessings to you, Queen. My question is this. Now, as far as tunnel vision is concerned, can people have a fear when it comes down to business if they have had business done to them in the past that was shady and you know, they got their heart broken in situations where, you know, it could have been a business move, like whether it be music, whether it be entertainment, and because you've lost deals dealing with other people, can you have tunnel vision when it's like now you have your focus, you have your determination, and in the back of your mind you're saying, I know I need some help, but because of your previous, you know, dealings with other people, can your tunnel vision, your focus, you know, hinder you from maybe, you know, reaching your goal?
You know what? See, with me, I'm gonna say it's different because you said something key to me. You said other people coming along and messing up deals for you or whatever like that. I've experienced that. I've brought people into my situation and that strayed me off my key focus and it screwed up situations that I had set up, right? And I learned I would rather just deal with my core team because I know them. I know the good, I know the bad, I know the in between, all of that, just like they know mine. And I said I can deal with that. So now I'm more, you know, like leery about who I bring in my circle now, so they don't throw me off my vision. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think tunnel vision has it could be negative, but it also has its pluses too, because you know, if you got a certain vision and it's like, this is how I want it done, this is how I want to do it, this is where I want to go with it, and boom, this is how it's going to be. And sometimes people will see that as a negative thing, but at the same time, I've seen it getting people to that point they want to be too. Some major people in the industry. So that's just my take on it. I know Suits probably have a different take, but go ahead.
No, I think that comes back to what I was saying about focus. I mean, sometimes you have to like laser focus on that particular goal to get there. You know, and where the tunnel comes in is like it's that those walls that come alongside of that just won't budge, because you're just so determined and stuck in a particular way. I think that's the bad part. Sometimes you have to be open, even if you decide that this is still the course you're going to take, but you still took the time to consider other things. And those considerations may not lead you left or right. It may keep you just going straight, but you took the time to investigate it and, you know, to see what the possibility might be. Now,
and Tony, with that being said, even with tunnel vision, and you know, you just focused on one lane, you still have to be receptive to other people's ideas. And this is one thing I've learned. You still have to be receptive, because they may see something that you're doing that can be done better by doing it a different way. And if you're closed-minded, you know, you can still be working harder and not smarter.
Right. You cut off your growth. You can cut off your growth that way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And, man. And then sometimes you judge where the information is coming from because you don't qualify it, because you don't qualify the source. You know, and so sometimes you have to fall back a little bit and receive it, even though it might be coming to you, and you know that this person may have flaws here or there, but they still might be bringing you a nugget that's golden.
True indeed. True indeed. She said that because she don't listen to shit I said.
That's not true.
That's why she said. That's why she said that. No, I'm just kidding.
Outside of Sandy, I'm his biggest fan. So come on.
No, no doubt, man. We appreciate you, bro. I see you doing some things with that autism joint too.
Yeah, so, bro. That's the reason why I inboxed you and said that I definitely need your opinion on it. I two versions, of course, but that's the first installment, and you know, we just trying to get it out to the public, man. It's going to be a free premiere party for the premiere for rather on April 14th, which is a Sunday, and I'm just trying to spread it around to the community, man. It's just, you know, we need more people to get more information on this thing, because they are really trying to take our children out more than ever.
No doubt.
Well, I'm going to tell you to hit me up. Inbox me on whatever it is you have. I have a grandson that has autism, so I'm passionate about it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have something that's going on, you definitely want to connect with me.
Also, our very own Hurricane Kiss, Akisa Mendez, as well. So BKS would definitely be down with getting involved with the fight and spreading some awareness about what the truth is. You know what I'm saying? So,
please, Norm, get that information for me, brother, and inbox me. That's the reason why I sent it to you, because I knew you were the man for the plan, brother. Thank you.
But you better send it to me.
Queen, thank you so much for your help.
Send it to me, because Storm Norm is busy. Okay? So I'm kind of the legs and the hands. So
all right,
yeah, definitely send it to me.
I will definitely do that.
Okay.
All right.
Have a blessed day. Thank y'all.
No doubt, my brother. Thanks for calling in. All right, so we're going to go on to, if you just joined us and everything, we are talking about, being your own worst enemy. And we're discussing 8 signs you are your own worst enemy. And then the first one was tunnel vision. So the second one.
I'm curious. What's the second one?
Y'all ready for the second one? The second one is self-critical.
Wow.
Self-critical.
Okay, let me jump in on this one, Storm.
Yes.
It's a healthy habit to be our own critic, as it helps evaluate ourselves as an individual. Although when done excessively, it can be extremely damaging. Kelly McGonigal at Stanford University has found that self-criticism is far more destructive than helpful. Research that followed hundreds of people trying to meet a wide range of goals, from losing weight to pursuing academic goals and improving social relationships or job performance. The researchers found that the more people criticize themselves, the slower their progress over time, and the less likely they were to achieve their goal.
Let's talk about this one.
This is a struggle.
No doubt. Shout out to Juanita. I really like how you explain that, Norm. Now, let's talk about this self-critical thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is one thing I learned in the industry back when we was going hard with trying to push our music, and everything. And I learned, and I said, wow, I was doing it all wrong. So a lot of times I'll get in the studio, right? And maybe I didn't complete a song or whatever, and I would take uncompleted material to the higher ups and let them hear it or whatever. Or some of it was completed and was ready and everything. And right as I give it to him, I'm like, all right, well, now when you listen to this one, it's not mixed yet, whatever. I could have rapped it different, or I could have did this, whatever, a little bit better. When you listen to this one, I didn't tweak it this way yet, but I'm gonna do it, and blah 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 blah. And I know I could deliver it better. And they're looking at me like, what the hell did you bring it here for?
Yeah.
Like, why are you even here if you don't even seem that confident about your stuff, about yourself? This is when I was younger. And so why is it here? So they'll listen to it, whatever, like that. And then everything, they already got it set in their mind, that, okay, we're gonna pass on this. Because you're not that confident in it.
Well, you know what I think that is, Storm Norm, is because particularly, and probably still exists today, the red tape in the industry is ridiculous, because it's really a lot of who you know type of deals. So I don't even know if I could let you have all that self-criticism right there, because I was there.
Saying
I was a witness.
Earlier days. But listen, as I grew, and I was past that, and I've excelled and whatever, and I evolved. I became that dude too when people came to me, let me listen to their stuff, because they would do the same thing with me. Like when I became that dude, like, Norm, what you think of this music? And they like, yo, but it's not mixed yet, and this is just a rough version, yo, and I'm gonna go back and add another verse to it and whatever. Then I was that dude that was like, you ain't even feeling yourself, bro. Like, why'd you bring it back to me when it's ready, when you don't have nothing to say about it. Just give it to me and let me listen to it. And I learned that early on, that sometimes you just got to have the baby. Sometimes you just got to have the baby.
That's right.
You hold on to it. You keep holding it in. You holding it in. Now listen to how I'm saying this expression. Sometimes we just got to have the baby. Now listen, Juanita, I'm speaking to people like you because you're creative.
Mm-hmm.
I'm speaking to everybody that's creative and whatever, and we hold on to our thing, whether you're artists, whatever you do. A lot of times we be like, I'm not ready to release it to the world yet or to people yet. I'm not ready. Like, at some point, you got to just be ready, and you got to let it go.
Gotta let it go. Even if it ain't perfect.
Because everything you may think is so critical, the new fresh ear is going to be like, I love it.
Yes.
This is great.
Yes.
I've done it a lot of times with Soups. I'd be like, Soups, I don't want to let me hear it. Oh, my God, I love that. And I'd be like, oh, my God, I hate it. And sometimes what you think is your worst is really your best. People, listen to me. Sometimes you just got to have the baby.
Right, because you're so, sometimes you're too close to it that you're not objective. And that's why it does benefit you to have a team around you, or people that are supportive, that don't lie to you. Okay, that will tell you, how they truly honestly feel. And so that's definitely important. But your self-criticism can be self-sabotaging because, and then also because in a way, it feeds yourself.
Yes.
You might be selfish with what it is that you have to offer. And you feel like you can't release it yet because you're just not at that point. But that's why I think it's a benefit to have people around you that are honest with you, that can kind of help and push you and say, it's time to let that thing go. Or it's time for you to release it, or it's time for, you can separate, you put your all into it, now let it fly. And also, it can be a level of confidence. It's about how confident you feel in it. Because, hey, look, whether it fly or die, I believe in this thing. Okay, so whether you attach to it or not, I don't care.
Right.
Because it's just mine, and it's golden.
Absolutely. Absolutely, man. So y'all remember that, man. Sometimes you just got to have the baby.
For me, when it talks about criticism can be, it really can be the devil, because it can limit you. It can definitely limit you. And then if you let it spill onto things, a lot of times I'll relate to things as a mother because, I have a tribe of 8. And particularly my girls, they suffer more from my criticism than my boys. I don't really know why. I can't tell you why. I'm definitely tougher on my girls than I am on my boys. And I notice the negative aspects of that. So I'm trying to correct that now. When it comes to my girls, I have 2 girls and 6 boys. So it is a balance. I let my boys do it. I don't question half as much as that I question in my girls.
Right.
And particularly in my oldest child, I see how that has affected her. Since there's 10 years between her and my other daughter, I'm able to correct it with the younger one and give her more room to fly. And the older one, I'm trying to make up for that and support her in ways that will help her fly now. But I see how my criticism that I put on myself, how it has fallen off onto them. And we got to be careful about that because it creates a lot of negative influences.
See, you know what? A lot of times, sometimes we can't expect our children to be us. Like sometimes we'll talk to them and we want them to do everything the way we did it. And then sometimes you got to push them out the window and let them grow wings. You got to push them right out the window.
Storm Norm, I say that about you all the time. Because particularly, even being behind the mic, I was a quiet, shy type of girl. Norm will push me off the mountain, and I have to grow wings on my way down, and then develop and learn it, in the process of doing it, and that is so important.
Yeah. Listen, sometimes we don't realize we create crutches. Sometimes we do. We create crutches, man. And it's like crutch, and you got a cane and whatever like that. You're like, hey, I'm good. I know I'm not going to fall because I got this. Sometimes you got to be like.
Yes, absolutely. That's my goal for 2019. If I don't want to do it, that's what I'm doing.
Now walk. Now walk.
If I don't want to do it, that is the very thing. I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it when I don't want to do it.
Yes.
All right. So, let's do this tomorrow. No. If I think I got to do it tomorrow, that means I got to do it right now, today.
Yep, absolutely. Let's read some comments. Shout out to everybody on checking, man.
Hey, y'all.
Juanita said, you are the ultimate queen, Pat. Chanel said, dang, woman.
Thank you, Juanita.
You was busy. 8 kids.
I cheated on two. When I met my husband, he had 2 boys.
No
my
doubt.
My babies.
My man AB said, "Real talk, no doubt." Salute to my dude right there. Chanel Red said, "Preach that, Norm." Chanel Red said, "Honesty matters." Exactly, Red. Honesty matters. Juanita said, "I was terrified, but my trust in God and determination took over." Yes, and you did a successful production. Juanita,
Incredible,
I was there to
Juanita.
witness it, and I was a part of it. Chanel Red said, "Sometimes people are their own worst enemy." Yes, and that's what we're talking about today. Shout out to Dee Dee Graham. She said, "Goodness, I just said that to someone this morning, Norm. What you think is a flaw, others think is beautiful. Find the beauty in your flaws. Same here. Find the greatness in your self-criticism." Exactly. Shout out to DT on the check-in. Tavis Keats said, "Great topic." Dee Dee Graham said, "Yes, I remember that shy, beautiful woman talking about you."
Hey, Dee Dee Graham.
Yeah, she front with that shyness now. Trish will rip your heart out. She will rip your heart right from your chest now. Soups, I've seen you black out on people. I've seen Soups kick people out the studio.
Let me tell you
and
something.
say, "Get the hell out."
This is the thing. If you mess with somebody I love, forget about it.
I've seen her do it. You think
Forget
she
about
nice?
It comes out if you come up against this,
Get
all
out.
right?
Get out.
It has a negative adverse effect.
Chanel Red said, "All we as parents can just teach and pray, then inhale the knowledge. That's the bird effect. Push them out the nest and grow wings will fall."
Yes, Chanel, yes.
Yes, good stuff. Good stuff. Y'all ready for number 3?
Y'all make me want to come every day. I need to come every day.
That's what we do. This is what we do here. Man Cave Morning Show, man. We drop some jewels. We talk about some things. We laugh. We do a little bit of it all. Number 3. Wow. Taking health for granted. So remember what the topic is. 8 signs you are your own worst enemy. Taking your health for granted.
People realize the importance of good health only once they get a rude wake-up call. Good health is a blessing, absolutely, and it can turn into a curse in no time. The abuse of our bodies by eating unhealthy foods, bad habits, being stationary, a lifestyle of stress, all of this can evolve into bad health. This invokes a cycle of doctor visits trying to find a cause of their illnesses, which could easily have been avoided had they taken really good care and nurtured their health from the beginning. Taking their health taking your health for granted is a choice that they make every day. Yeah, that's true.
Now,
I've been guilty of that.
Let me tell you something, right? So, you gonna laugh, but so I was going to this one doctor, right? And the doctor was like, "Norm, all right, take this medication every day, and then once you take it, go for a walk. About at least a half mile. Just a half mile. Right? Just do it. Go every day." And Norm wanted to hang out, go in the studio, blah, blah, blah. My next appointment.
That focus.
Yeah. My appointment was like 2 weeks later or whatever. I go back 2 weeks. He's like, "Hey, that medicine gone, right?" I was like, "Nah, I didn't take it." Like, so it says I didn't, I didn't take it. you didn't go for the walks either? Nah, man, I had time to do. Doctor told me, don't come back.
Wow.
He was like,
don't waste his time.
Delete his, excuse me, a nurse. Can you delete his charts, his file, or whatever? Or matter of fact, I'll just send it to another doctor. I don't want you as a patient anymore.
Oh, snap.
That's just what happened. And so I really had to think about that, right? Because he's like, "Oh, you're wasting my time. If you're not listening to me, you're not trying to get better, and your situation is the same." And he was like, "And it's going to decline." And I really had to think about that. So I was like, damn, like my doctor just broke up with me.
Wow.
My doctor just broke up with me. And I'm like, I thought about it, and I'm like, yo, he was doing his job. That's just like somebody, coming here, whatever. We tell them to do X, Y, and Z, and they do A, B, and C. We telling you to do X, Y, and Z.
It's like, are you serious?
Yeah. So then we see they're not serious, and we're like, yo, don't come back no more. So he my doctor broke up with me, and that was a hard pill to swallow. I should have been swallowing them other pills, but it was a hard pill to swallow. And when I thought about it, I said, damn. I gotta get myself right. So when I look at number 3, and number 3 says taking your health for granted. Our health, we only get one life.
Yeah.
We all get one life, man. We don't get that do-over or whatever like that. We're not coming back as a bird. We ain't coming back as a whatever y'all think. It's not happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, God gives us a life to use it the best way possible. You know, and I was careless with a lot of things because I like to play hard. Just as much as I like to work hard, I could play hard too. And so I had to put that into perspective. So we got to stop taking our health for granted.
You know what it was for me, Storm? Doctor told me a couple of years, you're pre-diabetic. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And they said, you need to take this medication. So I said, you know what? I don't need that medicine. I'm going to fix this myself. I'm just going to get right. And I didn't get right. And so I noticed that when I was on long trips that I had to ask my husband to stop like every 30 minutes. I was having to go to the restroom. And I wasn't really correlating that to how I felt. And I was out with my girls one night and everybody was ordering drinks and something told me just order seltzer water. So I ordered the seltzer water and I drank that all night. And I didn't, because I wasn't feeling good and I knew I didn't feel good. Long story short, I ended up going to the doctor and they pulled my A1C. Oh, actually, I went in the hospital. I have a chronic condition called lymphedema. And I got an infection and it made me very sick. I thought I was leaving here. I was so sick. And I went to the hospital and they discovered that my blood sugar was over 300 every single day. So every day I'm walking around with 300 plus blood sugar. And I feel the effects of it because I feel terrible, but I'm not changing anything about what I'm doing. So that was my wake-up call. And so I got on the medication. I came down almost about 25 pounds. I still got a ways to go. But I started to embrace a better way of eating, a better way of handling myself, trying to implement more exercise. So I still have a lot that I need to do, but my A1C went from 11.3 down to 6.5, almost, that's somebody who doesn't have diabetes, where your blood sugar is. So I felt like I needed to do what I needed to do to feel better, and I feel so much better. And so a lot of us are walking around here, and I notice particularly my friends in my age range, I see this one had a mild heart attack. Like, we have to listen to the wake-up calls, and we have to take care of ourselves because we have a lot of people that are, within our sphere that really need us to keep walking and breathing and living. And to be a guide for them and, to say, hey, I'm not trying to get in your business right now, but that ain't good for you.
Right. Yeah. It's real talk. Shout out to everybody on Checking Wow. I'm looking at the comments. Shout out to Ingrid Judge. Ingrid Judge said breaking up was the best thing he could have done for you. Talking about my doctor.
Yes. You ain't tell me about that. No.
Yeah. It was a real story. It kind of hurt me too. Denise Sproul said health is wealth. Chanel Red said real doctor. And Chanel Red said yes, I admit it. I abuse my health. I love food. I'm guilty. Yeah.
I learned to love food. I learned to love different food now. Like, ooh, I love a good salad. Give me some grilled chicken and avocado. I learned to love food differently now. But, so but I know I still need to tweak things. Exercise is one of them.
No doubt. Love you too, Red. And thank you. Dee Dee Graham said, I have always been health conscious, but I have recently made some new changes, removed meat and dairy. Looking at my family history, I've decided to remove mucus-causing foods. I removed milk.
Yeah, I don't drink a lot of
ice
dairy.
cream. I did. I love cheese. I'm sorry.
But there's other things you can substitute it for. Like, I just started using a vegan cheese, and I actually don't see the difference in it. But at the same time, it's such a balance because some things you replace feel like they have a chemical. You got to make sure you're not loading yourselves up with these deadly chemicals too. But the fact that we're even aware of these items and we're making modifications, all will benefit us.
Right.
It will definitely benefit us.
All right, so we're going to go on to number 4. If you just joined us, we're talking about are you your own worst enemy? Are you your own worst enemy? And we're talking about 8 signs you are your worst enemy. Yes. I need more juice. I don't want to be my worst enemy. I need juice. Okay, so we're on sign number 4. And number 4 is, let's see what number 4 is. Shout out to Phyllis Woodbury on the check-in. Number 4 is too many expectations. Too many expectations. Again, are you
Do I dare speak on this, Storm Norm?
All right, so now, sometimes people expect others to give them things that they should be working hard for. People with high expectations wait for circumstances to align or people to change their life. They always rely on others for needs, which is a recipe for huge disappointments. The more they expect, they lose control over their lives. Damn it, man. They may always feel constantly let down, dissatisfied, lonely, betrayed, and unhappy. These feelings, in turn, have a very negative impact on their mental well-being, and it continues to be a vicious cycle. This is deep.
Wow.
This is deep. People with high expectations wait for circumstances to align or people to change their life. They always rely on others for their needs, which is a recipe for huge disappointments.
Oh my gosh. Can I write a book on this?
So I'm going to let you take this one first.
Probably because you know that one was written for me, Storm Norm. I think because of where my personality lies. I'm a person that's helpful, and I like to be helpful to others. That sometimes that transitions into needing approval from other people for me to have validation in what I'm doing, or how I'm operating, or even how I see myself. And so growing through that process and understanding that I don't need that to validate the woman I am and who I want to be and what I want to do and where I want to go, how I want to do it, there's a freedom in that. And when I got to the point where I understood that, and I could still respect what somebody might be trying to say to me, but then realizing I could take from that what I needed and leave the rest behind if I didn't need it, that there was a freedom in that. And so I think that coming under the umbrella of, I think you could call it people pleasing.
Right.
When you're able to break that freaking cycle, because it is debilitating, of feeling like you need to please people to have their validation, that is BS, that you can own your own lane and you cannot own it. And either way, you're responsible for that outcome, that there's a freedom in it, but you got to be true to yourself. And you have to understand that, is this what you want? And if it's what you want, are you going to back it up with what you need to back it up with outside of what anybody else is asking of you? Like, what are you asking of yourself? So I think that there's a long process. There's a lot built into that one.
Yeah, too many expectations, relying on others. And when you do rely on others all the times, you can be facing some huge disappointments. I've learned that. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I thought people was just going to just be doing what they should be doing, and
it's a cop-out too, Norm. It's a lazy way of operating.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a lazy way because you don't want to own it. So you're putting it off on somebody else's expectation because you don't want to own the responsibility. You don't want to own or have that responsibility of what it is to make it happen.
But you know what, too? Sometimes people are just who they are. And sometimes when you got an expectation of a certain thing just being done right, you also have to balance that with who this person is that you're expecting, what you're expecting them to do for you, to make your situation turn out better. Like, if this person is late all the time, right? This person is late all the damn time.
All the damn time.
And you like, yo, I need you there at 3 o'clock because we got to start this and blah, 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 blah. This is about our business, man. Don't mess this up. You dealt with this person before. You grew up with this person, whatever. They're late all the damn time. That's just them. They're not changing. That's who they are. But you delegated them that job responsibility to be there at 3 o'clock. So if it messes up, if it F's up, who do you blame? Do you blame them? No, you knew who they were.
No, because people show you who they don't tell you, but they show you who they are. And you know who you can rely on and who you can't.
So at that point, I became my own worst enemy by delegating that responsibility that I know they couldn't fulfill. You see what I'm saying? So that's how you kind of relate that to becoming your own worst enemy. That number 4.
Well, I think also how you become your worst own enemy in that is that you're kind of owning what they don't do. You know, and it's like, really, you don't need to own that. That's their shit. You know, like you don't need to own that.
Right.
But you do need to own that. Yeah, we don't give you that level of responsibility because we just know that you're not going to fulfill it.
All right, so if you just joined us, we're talking about 8 signs you are your own worst enemy. Are you your own worst enemy?
I don't know if I want to know the other signs.
Yeah. Number 5, we getting to the point. Number 5, wow, bad listening skills. Hey, babe, you listening to the show?
I used to feel like you didn't listen to me, Storm.
Let's talk about it. Before I even read it, let's talk about bad listening skills. Go ahead.
Oh, you're much better now. But early on, you know, we used to have a inner turmoil struggle because, you know, you have a certain thing that you expect. You have a certain way about you, you know, and I could receive that. You want things a certain way. You have a level of excellence. But sometimes when somebody's telling you, look, when you're communicating with me, if you say something to me this or that way, it's not benefiting us. It's not helping me grow. All it is I just feel your anger and your pain. But it's not necessarily building me. And so I think that sometimes that's the ability to be able to communicate that and not take the bad feeling away from it, but say, look, if we're working together and we're going to build, when you come at me, please try to come at me in a way that I can receive you.
Yeah, and you know what? You know what I had to get used to though? And we're talking more or less before, more as now, you know, before. But I had to get used to that. You're not one of the boys. I know you want to hear this, but like I could talk to P a certain way, but he could talk to me a certain way, and we good with it. I could talk to Jeff a certain way, and vice versa, and he good with it. Same thing with Chill. With you, more or less recently, I'm like, you're overly sensitive, and you are. You're overly sensitive, and yes you are, and you'll be like no, and you'll be more on a defensive, and it's just like, this is just how I would have said it to Chill, or this is how I would have said it to P,
but see,
or whatever.
That's the thing, you have to know your audience, all right? But not that I'm overly sensitive. I don't agree with that.
You are sensitive.
I don't agree with that.
You cried the drop of a dime.
Well,
I'm
sensitive where I feel people's pain. I do, and that's why I would cry at the top of the dime, but at the drop of a dime. But what I'm saying is that at the same way, there are certain ways that I need to speak to you that you're not going to receive. So I respect that. So I respect that there's a way to approach you that you'll be open to, and there's a way to approach you that you won't be open to. As in any relationship, whether you're male or female, we do have a way of how we speak to each other. And so men definitely want you to come at them in a way of respect. They don't want you to come at them disrespectful. And I respect that. I'm receptive to that. And so almost to say that I'm overly sensitive, you have to talk to me a different way. Ladies, chime in on this too, because this might be another way.
No, but see what you fell in the miss, and a lot of times I'm gonna tell you what you forget. And listen, just like you can be open about certain things, and I'm glad we're talking about this, about your own worst enemy thing, because this is where I feel sometimes you're your own worst enemy, especially when it comes to me and you. Like a lot of times, if you get bent out of shape about how I say something to you or what was said to you or whatever like that, I'm like, you got to remember, we're friends first. Before all this business stuff, whatever, we friends first. And with my friends, I can be raw and real in myself. I don't feel like with any of my friends, my real friends I'm talking about, I ain't talking about some of you mugs I just met last week and you saying we homies, because we ain't. I'm talking about friends that I've known for years. It's like, I should never feel like I got to walk on eggshells around my friends. And you should never feel like you got to walk on eggshells around me. We've known each other too long. So before all this business stuff and the BKS and the music and the entertainment, we were friends first. And my whole thing is like, with my friend, if my such and such ain't right or whatever you gonna tell me, Norm, take off that red shirt, or Norm, take off that blue shirt, or that that hat is whack, and blah blah blah. I expect realness from my friends. You know what I'm saying? And it's like with you, I always try to give you realness. Like when I know with P, with any of my people I call my crew, this is my squad, I want to be 100 real percent. I don't feel as though we should never have to sugarcoat anything with each other. And sometimes when I get to the when I got to the point where I felt as though I had to sugarcoat things with you, I'm like, she forgetting that we friends. Like I shouldn't have to sugarcoat it. This is
getting
my dog.
real, y'all.
Yeah,
it's getting
like
real.
this is my dog. Like I shouldn't have to sugarcoat it with you or walk on eggshells with you. We got 30, 40 years, 40 years in.
25, Nora.
Or 25 years in. You know, like why I got to sugarcoat it? Like you my peoples. You know what I'm saying? So that's where sometimes a lot of times you lost sight of. You know, you lost sight of. I'm like, and then when you start going into the straight up talk to me business, like I'm a complete, you don't realize you do it, but sometimes you go into the stranger thing, like you'll talk to me like you talk to somebody you having a meeting with or a client. I'm like, Soups, this is me, like this is me. And I always want you to see it like that. We're friends first. So if this business stuff ever leave us, we still friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
That's absolutely, that's how I've always viewed it, because maybe you guys don't know. So we've had some drag down, knockout, people never see that because we keep that's with us. That's how we process and we work through it as a team, but we always stay tight no matter what's going on. And so it may not be the face that the world sees. But what happens is sometimes when you are the only female in a group of men and you're doing business, sometimes your business is not, your point of view is not always heard or received. And so the way you approach it, and women, you might be able to relate to this. It's a balancing act. Okay, so men, whether they understand it or they receive it, even when you have a friendship that's deep and you can talk about anything, and I mean you can share your most deepest, darkest secrets. When you are approaching, a man, there is a level. Sometimes you talk to the ego. Sometimes you're able to talk to the man, and sometimes you have to, in order to be received, you have to be cognizant of how you are, expressing what your view is, or so that it's received and heard. So when we go back to what this is asking about being listened to, you want to be heard outside of, past the whatever their preconceived notion is or what their opinion is. I want you to really hear me. And sometimes when you're the only female in a group of men, you recognize that you're really not being heard, that they're hearing what they perceive, but they're not really hearing you. And there's a way that you have to peel that back. I want to see what you women say in the chat about this. Let me know what you say, women.
Yeah, no, but you know what? But see, I could rock with you. I could rock with you on that, right? I could rock with you on that. But in situations where there's a lot of situations that you just described where people are not friends, though. You know what I'm saying? So like when it comes to our group, everybody basically know each other. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows each other. And it's like,
y'all see, you didn't hear me, right?
No, I heard you. But everybody knows each other. So when we have a meeting, and it's all guys, and it's you. It's not so much what you think it is. It's because you it has nothing to do with you, the fact you're a female or not. So,
but in a way, it does.
We would hear you, but a lot of times the guys, and it's funny because the guys won't say nothing, but they'll feel like, well, she's being soft about it. She's coming from a soft position on this certain thing, and that's how they feel about it.
I rest my point.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. That's what they feel.
Their perception of that, because it's coming, I don't know if more so coming from me or coming from me as a female, that what the perception is. Because I come to the table strong. I brought a lot, and my opinions matter, my thoughts matter. I'm a functional, bright woman, and there's a lot that comes with me.
Yeah, but your intelligence is not in question. but see, that's the thing. But sometimes, listen. I'm saying this only because we keeping it real. We having real talk.
We are having so real talk.
Sometimes it's not about your intelligence. Sometimes it can be about your insecurity of the things, and you're being so defensive, and nobody's not even really coming at you like that. Because when like I've heard you in a group meetings, you'll snap at something, and I'm like, they're not coming at you. They just really stating how they feel. You'll take it as a shot as it's coming against you, and it's not. So sometimes that's your insecurity, or you automatically thinking that somebody is not hearing you, and it don't even be like that.
I won't say that sometimes there may not be a level of insecurity, but what I will say, you know, whether it's in our dynamic or the dynamic out in the world, is sometimes a snap can be, my passion can be perceived as that. When I'm passionate about something and I'm bringing it and I'm firm in it and I'm backed up with, you know, I'm not just bringing it, I'm not just pulling it out of the air. Believe me, I'm coming from a point of something that, you know, I've seen
her black out,
and I do black. I will tell you, I will black. There are certain lines you can cross with me. I'm sweet as pie, but when you cross that particular line, it's like, don't take my kindness, you know, for weakness, because it's definitely not. God gave me that gift. Everybody don't have it. I recognize that too. Everybody doesn't come with the fruit of the spirit, but I do. But you can cross the line with me, and when you cross that line, I will definitely step to the line.
Don't think because she's light skinned she's weak. Don't think because she's light skinned she's weak.
But at the same time, see, I can listen and I can receive, you know, that might be how they perceive it. So when I come to the table, I'm going to be prepared to address that, or to try to deliver it in a way that they can receive me, because I'm open to that and I feel that. But I don't think that that's necessarily always reciprocated from, I don't think that men are necessarily built with that intuitiveness, or, you know, able to see that, and that creates that dynamic between men and women in a business element or any other element. But what I do like about it is that no matter what all that is, we're unified. So when it comes down to the bottom line, whether we agree or we don't, or we disagree, you ain't coming past this line.
And I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something real crazy to you. I'm gonna say something real crazy to you right now. A lot of times, I forgot that you was a woman a long time ago.
I appreciate that. I love that.
No, but do y'all understand what I mean when I say that? I forgot she was a woman a long time ago, because I just see her as, this is my friend I've known forever. So this is my friend. So I see her like the way I see P, I see her.
I love that.
So a lot of times I forget that she is a woman or whatever. So like if I'm like, oh, blah blah blah, you could have did that. Why'd you do it that way, P? And then I say the same thing. Trish, you could have did it such and that. Why'd you do it that way, Trish? Well, me, don't come at me like that. Blah, blah, blah. What you say? And I'm like, oh.
Hey.
Oh,
women, ladies, please give us some comments in the chat.
Like,
I want to see what you think about that, because sometimes I do. Sometimes I got to pee in the sand and say, hey,
and I'm like, wait, I just said the same thing to P, and P's like, all right, I got it. blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
And I got it too. But I'm going to be like, hey, hold up, wait a minute.
She'll get defensive, and that's what I'm saying. And this is the reminder that she's a woman, regardless whether she's my friend. But it's not
just I'm a woman, because they're a man too. And ladies, do you know when you're dealing with a man, there is a way that you need to come at them, because there needs to be a level of respect. I think some of the things the worst thing you can do when you're dealing with a man is to come at them in a way that they perceive as disrespectful, because that's something that is important to men. Respect. Women, what we value might be a little, I don't want you to disrespect me, I want you to value me. But when you're in business, I definitely have to know that I'm not disrespected, you know. So when this is part of our secret sauce, is that we have open communication, and even when we might have damage, you know, we might, you know, come at each other, we may not agree, there might be some hurt there, we always get over it, because guess what? This thing could go away tomorrow, but we'll always be friends.
And see, that's what people don't realize, you know, and that's what people don't realize, you know. It's like, and that's what sometimes people got to remind each other that, like, look, before this, that, and that, and this, we were friends first. So, and that's the whole thing. And like with any of my friends, any of y'all that I deem as my friends, some of y'all I just met, like I consider Phyllis Woodbury a good friend, right?
Yes, I consider Phyllis
just good people because of her heart and whatever. And certain people I even met through FB, good friends, whatever. And there's people I've known for years that I look at them cross-eyed like, you don't got my best interests out.
Right, because you know the intention.
You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I value friendship, but with any friendship, and I'm saying this to everybody, honesty is so important. Honesty, open communication, and you should never have to feel like you got to walk on eggshells with any of
no
your
eggshells,
friends.
but no eggshells.
Yeah.
So I'm sensitive to that. So you know, okay, all right, I'm good.
No.
You bring it to me how you need to bring it. I won't take it personal. I won't take it personal.
It ain't because like I don't want to feel like that. I got to switch it up. Okay, it's not pea now. It's not chill. It's soup. So now let me soften the blow.
But if you do hit me and I hit back, but
it's
just
okay.
Receive it.
It's okay. I've seen you hit back. You never seen me crumble.
All right.
You never seen me crumble. It's all good.
That's what I love about how our relationship has evolved over the years, and how in our circle, how we feed off each other. Because, you know, I give it up to Jeff. Like one time Jeff said something to me that was just so poignant. He said, Norm just argues his point of view. So if your point of view is different, bring it. And I'm like, oh my God, really? Oh, that was just a turning point. It was because I don't have to own how you feel. I get to own how I feel.
Exactly.
You know, but I can listen to it and I can accept, hey, I rock with it or I don't.
It's okay to agree to disagree.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I think there's a book here, Storm Norm. I think we got a book. I think we can change the world with this. Men and women relations.
Now I gotta go write a book. See what I'm saying?
Put that on a to-do list.
All right, so number 5, man.
Yeah, we ain't never getting through this list.
Number 5, man. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. Shout out to Sean Edwards Dunn that just joined us. Shout out to Felicia. Nelson, Dee Dee Grant said, but our tone is often misunderstood as well. We speak firmly. We're angry. We speak with passion. We're emotional. It's crazy.
Thank you,
no doubt.
Dee.
Shout out to Victor. Victor Johnson said, "Good talk." Yeah, we having some talk today. Shout out to Liz Taylor, Elizabeth. Love seeing you two on air together. Yeah, no doubt. You may see this a lot more often. We actually bringing it back to the essence. We started on air together. Arturo said, "Never burn bridges." Yeah, ain't no. That's what I'm saying. Like no bridges have ever been burnt. We still doing this thing after years and years.
You know what's crazy to me, Storm, is at times, you know, when people, if somebody has a disagreement with you or whatever, they kind of see me as the weakest link, so they'll try to make their way to you through me. And so you know what happens when you do that, right? The door is shut, right? Because we don't play. And so I remember one time I wrote this thing about, you know, the top 10 things, because we've been in business, this particular venture, 10 years, but we've been together well over 30 years. And our team, you see very few teams that stay in business together. You know, we're going into our 11th year. And there's a formula that's formed with that. But the bottom line is that mutual love and respect that holds it together. So actually, when people come at me a little crazy and they're trying to get at you, I actually love it because I get a chance to exercise that.
Right.
Are you serious?
Right. They try.
They try.
Yeah, they try.
You tried it.
No doubt. No, you shot your shot. All right, so we're gonna go on to number. I
think we're on 5.
We on 5. All right, so we're talking about, are you your own worst enemy? All right, and we got 8 signs you're your own worst enemy, and we are on number. We did bad listening skills, right? That's what we just.
We
so we
did.
Number 6.
I'm loving the chat too, y'all. Keep it going.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I love the chat, man. I love the peoples. Number 6. Wow.
Suffer from lack of self-esteem. Low self-esteem can make people do things which are very damaging to their well-being. They may start tolerating behaviors that are toxic, attract people who are a bad influence, start believing that they are not worthy of more, and consistently belittle themselves. Research has shown key differences between individuals with high and low self-esteem. For example, people with high self-esteem focus on growth and improvement, whereas people with low self-esteem focus on not making mistakes in life.
So let's talk about this one. I'm going to say this, and I don't want y'all to get mad. Number 6, suffering from low self-esteem, right? So we're talking about, are you your own worst enemy? People that suffer from low self-esteem usually accept anything.
Ain't that the same?
And I'm not saying that and trying to be mean or nothing.
Yeah, because they need to feel accepted.
But they accept anything. So a lot of people, think about it. People with low self-esteem will hook up with anybody.
Yeah.
Right? People with low self-esteem will take any job, any job responsibility, even though it's beneath them or whatever. So this is something that really, if it gets out of hand, you may need some help with it. If you got low self-esteem. And that's on the line of therapy or talking to your spiritual guidance or your pastor or something like that, whatever. Low self-esteem could be very damaging, especially, and I got to bring it back to us, especially in the African American community. Low self-esteem, all right, because we've been made to feel a certain way about ourselves as people, and if you start to believe that, right? If you start to believe that, you create a glass ceiling for yourself. You hear me? If you start to believe that, that you're less than,
right?
You're not this, you're not that, you're not that. You create that glass ceiling for yourself, and you keep hitting it, and you're wondering why you can't break through that glass ceiling, because you created that because you believe in the hype. Stop believing the hype that you're less than.
Yeah, because you buy that belief,
absolutely,
and it becomes who you think you are, and you begin to act accordingly to that. Yeah, that's crazy, and definitely is self-sabotaging.
Yeah, and self-sabotage is like a cancer, man. I'm telling you, it's like a cancer to your growth, career-wise, relationship-wise, in a lot of levels. Let's read some comments. Felicia Nelson.
Oh, I can relate to one of those. Never felt my esteem was low. Okay. And DT says, you have to know yourself before you give yourself away.
Yeah. I rock with that. And Felicia says, sad, isn't it? Yeah, I see it. I'm telling you.
It happens a lot. And particularly if you're dealing with people that are in the process of growing and they don't quite know where they fit, and they start comparing themselves. I mean, sometimes I think comparison, it can definitely be detrimental to who you are in your personal development. If you're constantly comparing yourself to others, you have to own your lane and know who you are and where your strengths are and work to those. And when your self-esteem is low, I mean, it just puts you in a box.
Staying in an abusive relationship, that's self-esteem. That's a self-esteem issue. You know what I'm saying? You just staying in it. You know it's abuse. You know what I'm saying? You know you shouldn't be in this situation, but you're staying in it because you don't feel as though you deserve better. You know, that's suffering from low self-esteem.
Well, I think that's one of the things, too, that an abuser will attack first is your esteem. And they will, feed into your insecurities about your self-esteem.
You're never going to be nothing.
They'll feed that. And if you keep absorbing that, it will create how you see yourself. And that's one of the things that, like, I'll even put it out there on my oldest daughter. I love about her is that you're not gonna put her in a box. Like, I don't care what you think, even if she allows it to tap on her a little bit, it's gonna bounce off her. She's gonna resist that and continue to blaze her trail. Like, you're not going to pinhole her in.
Right.
And I see a lot of people kind of succumb to that, afraid to branch out and kind of be heard because they don't know whether you're going to receive it or not. I think when you have strong self-esteem is, look, I don't care if you receive it because I receive it.
Right.
And owning that is a process.
And also staying in a career or a job that's demeaning, that's degrading you. That's another thing too. You gotta realize where's that that your skill set and that you have so much more potential, to grow and for growth, whatever. Some people will stay in jobs, right, that go nowhere, no type of growth, no type of, you're not learning anymore, you're not doing this, and then just stay stagnant. They'll stay stagnant to a stale, boring situation, and they want more. They want more because they know they can do more, but they stay there because of familiarity, and they're scared to go back to the other one. They're scared to change.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Change.
So Yeah, low self-esteem can be very, very damaging. Let's shout out to Felicia Nelson. She said, I left quick, won't talk to me anyway. Nope. Yeah. Felicia, feel free to call in 646-233-1302. Let's talk about this one. Number, what number is that again? 6, 7?
I think that was 6. So we're going to 7.
Yeah, let's go to 7. 8 signs you're your own worst enemy. We almost there, people. 8 signs, and number 7 is easily give up. Oh, easily give up is number 7.
Is that a sign of laziness?
Quitters give up when situations get tough and are easily dejected when things are not in their favor. Their effort never matches their goal. All successful people in this world have one thing in common, and that is they never stop trying. They took failure in their stride, learned from it, and started all over again. That's crazy. Easily give up.
One thing I tell my kids all the time, when they come up against something and, you know, I hear about it, I'm like, look, do you know what 409, the cleanser, is? You know how it got 409? It was the 409th try before he got it to work. So I said, if you ain't got the 409 yet, I don't want to hear about it. Yeah, keep it moving. Keep it happening. Like, and so what? You know, it's only as big. That obstacle only has the height, the depth, and the weight that you give it. Stop giving it. You know, if you ain't got the 409, keep it moving.
Right. Easily give up. I can't relate to this one.
No.
Not on a business level. Definitely not on a business level.
Not on any level. I don't think you can.
Yeah. You know what? We could be honest with this. All right. I mean, this is where I changed. Relationships, I've been in and out, right? Relationships, right? Easily gave up, right? And I remember you said this, right? And this is when I hooked up with Sandy, and I actually came to Soups. I said, yeah, I'm going to get married, right? And then she actually met Sandy, whatever. She was like, Norm, don't do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like put some work in. Like don't mess this up. You know, like you know, give it some time. Realize everything ain't perfect. You know, give this one some time and blah 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 and whatever like that. Cause she's seen me like go through so many different cut. Yeah, like cut. Oh, what? She stepped in front of me when we was walking. This relationship is dead.
But they weren't the right ones anyway.
Yeah. Yo, Soups. She seasoned my chicken with too much garlic sauce. She cut. It's a wrap. And she said with this one, she's like, nope. You know, be patient. She said, be more patient. You gotta be more patient. Blah 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 blah. And it's like I took that advice. I heard her. You know, see, I heard her. I listened. You don't listen to me. Yeah, I listen. But my whole thing is, it's like, man, look. When I look at this number right here, and I really look at that, it really strikes me. Easily give up, because I could have easily given up on a lot of things, and this one hits home with me because just stick to what you truly believe in. You know, a lot of times when people give up or whatever, it's because they didn't believe in themselves, and like you got to believe in yourself enough to know that whatever you're a part of is going to work.
It's a freaking cop-out. It's laziness. That's just lazy freaking behavior when people just give up because you just didn't want to press on. That says a lot about, you know, who you are in terms of what your endurance is. You have to be in a position where you push yourself, you know. And if you're comfortable, something is wrong. If you don't feel a little pressed and you're comfortable, I mean, you retired way too early. You got to do something about that.
Yeah, let me go to Phyllis. Phyllis said, I don't give up easily, but sometimes I get tired, for real. Let me tell you, we all do. Phyllis, let me tell you, you know how many times I wanted to just say, you know what, this studio, this recording studio, and writing these songs and doing this and working with artists, whatever, I'm done. Or, you know, the radio thing, or just, you know, gotta come every day, gotta be on cue every day, this, that, whatever. Sometimes you do get tired, But then you have to realize the worst thing any of us can do is to waste a gift that God gave you.
Yes.
And I'm going to say that again. The worst thing any of us could do is to waste a gift God gave you. And a lot of times I would get caught up into the support thing and boom, and who's supporting it. You know, all the support came from strangers initially, and this and this and that. And then it grew into, you know, my hometown and this, whatever like that. And I got caught up into that at one point in time. It was when I stopped caring. And when I started to realize what my gifts were, and I started respecting my gifts, that's when things started changing for me. Which is why I still DJ. That's where I started. A lot of people don't know. This is where I started. I started as a DJ. Some young boy is like, oh yeah, so dang, you wait till 50 something to just start DJing? And I looked at this young boy, I said,
DJ Normski, where you been?
I'm like, Negro, I'm Normski. This ain't new to me. Like, I had to let this young boy know, but it's funny because it's like, whatever, like, or when I rapped at the party, right? We used to say, right? He was like, look at Norm, whatever, like that, blah, blah, blah. I was like, I was doing that a long time ago, bro.
Long time ago.
It's like, this ain't new to me. It's like, you know, this is stuff I love doing, and people don't realize I got to do at this point in my life, because I see so many people lose their life so short and here today, gone tomorrow, and they never pursued their dreams, or they never just did what they wanted to do, or they never fulfilled their bucket list or whatever. I do what makes me happy now, because tomorrow is not promised to none of us.
That's
so I do
important.
what makes me happy now. I don't get caught up into, you have to go to a job that starts at 9, 8 o'clock, and you get off at 5, 8 o'clock. You get your check every 2 weeks, whatever like that. I can't do it. That's not my life. If it's your life and you're good with it, it's okay, because you got to take care of whatever to go to the next level. I get it. But that's not my life. That's never been my life. And I still maintain and thank God that I still, I'm able to do this and I'm able to do that, whatever like that. Like, I'm comfortable with me. But you and those that are listening, you have to get comfortable with yourselves. But realize that everybody in their own right is a genius in some type of way.
Yeah, you have a gift.
Everybody. All of y'all. You got a gift, you got a gift, you got a gift. You're a genius, and
it's
you
all
just
about
have to tap into it.
What you give yourself permission to do.
Absolutely.
Because you probably telling yourself no all the time, and you don't even realize it. I see it a lot. I can't do this, I can't do that. Oh, that's at 8 o'clock. Okay. And I see it happening a lot. And one thing I always said, because I've had a lot of different interests, and I've had a large family, and I'll take it back to when I was in real estate, and I still am in real estate, but when I would have to show houses and I didn't have a babysitter. Well, I dressed my babies up and I put them in the car, and they went and showed houses with mommy.
She sure would.
So they were showing houses at 5, 6, 7 years old, and I wasn't going with one child. I'd have a couple. So my client would have to understand, oh, okay, here come my little miniature real estate agents. They're going to come with me. We're going to knock this out. So you could easily say, I can't do that because I got a 5 and a 4 and a 2-year-old.
Make excuses.
You could say you can't do that. But if you really want something, you'll figure it out. And if you're not doing it, you have to know it's because you just didn't want it bad enough. Because you'll make a way. You'll do what you want to do.
The key is you just didn't want it bad enough. How bad do you really want your dream, the goal you're trying to go at? How bad do you really want it?
Yeah. How uncomfortable are you willing to be to make it happen?
Yep. Key thing. And it's funny. And, I watch Sandy, right? And I tell her all the time,
Sandy.
I'm like, she's dope at like this whole I forgot what you call it, but event planning, decorating thing.
Yes.
And event planning thing, and able to see this or whatever. And babe, I'm gonna tell you right now, I hate when you ask me about one of your things you're trying to create. You be like, so what color should I use? Red. If I say red, she's gonna use blue anyway. So I'm like, why the hell you asking me?
She making conversation. Just go with it.
Yeah, but you just gonna do what you want to do anyway. When it comes to that, and I'm like, now she's talking about her contracts and this and that, and she's gaining more clientele, little by little, whatever. And it's like
she's phenomenal.
But see, God does things for a reason. Sometimes I was always in her ear, too. You know, like you need to be doing, because I know.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes to being entrepreneurial, it's like I'm like, yo, you need to be doing this. You need to be focused on this. Everything ain't promised tomorrow. Listen, when I was wanting to do BKS, my job was just talking about the layoff. You remember that time?
Yeah.
It was just talking about the layoff. So I said, Plan B kicked in. Let me just do what I do and what I always wanted to do, and I stuck to it. I haven't went nowhere in 10 years.
Yeah.
You know, and the same thing I see with her. I mean, she's been at her job for 25 years, but she got talent. She got skills, you know. But everybody listening, it's like y'all got talent. Y'all got skills too. You know, have that B plan that becomes your A plan. And I'm going to say it again. Have that B plan that becomes your A plan. Because it's fear. I'm telling you, fear kind of keeps you in your situation. And I get it with you. I always got it with you. Kids, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 kids. You can't mess around.
Love y'all.
They got to eat though.
Yes.
They got to eat. But then when you have somebody in your corner, like a spouse like Ed or whatever that, okay, I get it. I may not be happy about it, but I get it and I understand. And this is what you're doing here or whatever like that. When you have somebody like, she may not be happy about what I do and this and that, whatever, but this is me. This is who I am. You know, I'm not changing. I'm 52 years old, man. I love entertainment. I love radio. I love media. I love events. And, you know how we do. Ain't nothing like a BKS1 party. Let's be honest about that.
Ain't nothing like a BKS1 party.
Ain't nothing like a BKS1 party. Y'all say it with me. Y'all know y'all have fun when y'all come out to our functions.
Storm, but I was about to drop a hot 16 the other night. I just want you to know.
Was you?
I fell back though, because I didn't want.
Did you?
I didn't want to take the shine. It was your birthday.
That was God making you fall back. God took over and made her fall back.
I feel some sarcasm in that. I'm listening. What's number 9, Storm Norm?
No doubt. Shout out to Prince Bannister. He said, and let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap. And if we do not give up, no doubt, we will reap if we do not give up. Felicia Nelson, I have back issues, always being told I can't. Unacceptable answer. I get you. Kimmy Brown, much love. Shout out to Dee Graham. You 52 today, Norm? Oh shoot! Did I tell my age?
Oops.
No, I'm 42.
42.
Dee, you caught that? Dee, you a snitch. Dee, you a snitch. I love you, though, snitch. Felicia Nelson said yes. Shout out to DT. You have to keep people in suspense. True indeed, man. True indeed. And number 8. Now we on number 8. Y'all ready?
Yes, but there was one from Felicia you missed. I wanted to.
Which one?
Publishing. She's talking about publishing.
Okay, go ahead.
I sure do. Publishing companies keep saying no. I keep going. So so Felicia's an author?
I don't.
Felicia, are you an author? Keep going. But you know what? Who needs a publishing company? Blaze your own trail, baby. Okay.
True indeed. You don't need them. You don't need them today.
Self-published.
No doubt. Self-published. All right. So number 8. Okay. If you just joined us, we're talking about, are you your own worst enemy? All right. And again, 8 signs you're your own worst enemy. And let me get to that. And number 8. Y'all ready for number 8?
Number 8.
Egotistic.
Should I speak on this?
Egotistic. Boom.
Egotistic people are usually very self-absorbed and have an inflated sense of self. They believe they know it all and always want to be the center of attraction. Some of their characteristics are being unreceptive to feedback, arrogance, not admitting to their mistakes, revengeful, unforgiving, and selfish. Being delusional toward themselves hinders their growth and keeps people at bay due to their high-handed nature. Stop being a saboteur, self-reflect, develop a seeking attitude, and take feedback from loved ones, as they are the most effective tools for self-development. Become your best friend by first trying to understand yourself better. Focus on honing yourself into an emotionally, mentally, and physically healthy individual, and keep your enemies at bay.
Now, when you talk about somebody that's really egotistic, you're definitely getting in your own way. Now,
Trump.
Listen.
He need to be the poster child for that.
I'm going to be honest with you, right? So I know somebody, not in our core circle, but I just know somebody in general, right? That, why come to me for advice right? If everything I'm telling you, you like, yeah, no, I know that. Yeah, I know already. I know. So why you even come to me about how you should handle the situation or whatever if you know already? If you got it down packed, you got it under control. His ego wouldn't just allow him to be like receptive to anything. And when I say anything, he would rather shoot off his own foot than to say you made a good point. This is how I should handle that, and wouldn't respect the fact that I got X amount of experience in the business that he's trying to get in.
Right.
So I'm sitting here like, wow, like, bro, you are willing to hurt yourself just to be right in this conversation. Yeah.
That's that self-absorbed.
Yeah. He's willing to hurt himself just to be right in this conversation. That's a big one. Number 8 is a big one. Sometimes we got to shut down our ego, like all of us. And listen, over the years, over the years, let me tell you, man, everybody, you know, at one point in their life walked around with their chest poked out.
Well,
I'm one of them.
You need ego to a degree. Let me tell you, anybody that has accomplished anything great, they have a level of ego.
Ego and
egotistical are two different things.
But ego and confidence is two different things. You can be confident, right? But egotistical, sometimes like they say, Kanye is he has an ego issue.
I think he has mental illness, but okay.
Okay, I think that too. But it's okay to be confident with yourself and believe in yourself and be confident. But ego to the point to where you're just uncontrollable. And you're so stuck on everything. You're just stuck on everything. Like, there's nothing you can tell me at all.
Right.
When you get to a point, and I said this before, when you get to a point where you feel as though I can't learn from anyone, you're shooting yourself in the foot.
Yep. Yeah.
At 80, you still can learn.
Because it's almost like you're so self-absorbed that you don't hear any other voice around you. It's all about you. I remember having a conversation with a longtime friend, and when I listened to the conversation in my head, I'm like, everything was I, me, I. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Well, I mean, I'm all for self-love, but there's a point where you can, cloud your own vision of yourself, and it's not reality, and it's self-sabotaging. It's detrimental to you,
right?
And you don't even see it because you can't get out your own way.
Yeah, and that's it. And a lot of times we are in our own way when it comes to certain things, and it's funny, man. And I see people really shooting themselves in the foot, and I look back, just like even with myself, like when you look back 10 years ago, right? If you're that same person you were 10 years ago, there's a problem. I'm being honest. I'm just being honest. Think about it right now. Everybody think about 10 years ago. Are you that same person? If you say, nah, I changed a lot, then that's good.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they so stuck in their way. Like they're stuck in the way as far as they don't even realize when they pushing the best people around them away. Right. And this is, and again, a lot of times, let me tell you, even with me, like with my vision is like, I'm so headstrong on it that I'm sitting up here like, oh man, you're not doing this right now. You're going to mess up the vision. At the same time, the same people I felt as though was going to mess up the vision, I'm like, I got to look at who they were. Right. And how long I known them. And my thing is a trust factor. Like everybody I got around me in my circle now, I'm talking core circle. I ain't talking about everybody that just walk through these doors. Core circle, it's like I trust them enough to know they wouldn't hurt me.
Trust is huge.
And that plays a big factor of who's in your circle.
Because trust, it lasts even when you're mad. Even when you're mad at somebody.
But the one thing about it, we got to realize that think about it. Family, I'm talking about with family, you have disagreements, you argue, you fight, whatever. But let somebody try to mess with one of your family. And yes, that's when that protective nature kicks in or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I had to realize who was for me, who was against me, you know, and I had to realize that. And then at some point, I'm like, I had to realize hate is this person, you know what I'm saying?
Because sometimes people don't even your friends, sometimes they don't want to see you succeed.
Sad.
Because they feel like it takes something away from them if you're doing
sad.
It's a place that you really have to mature to and grow to. And when you realize that even when your friends aren't for you, like, you know, quite honestly, if you looked at, each one of us looked at our sphere of influence, if we supported one another in the way that we should, we would all rise. You know, we don't put the power that's in our dollar. We don't put the power that's in our support where it needs to be, and we put it in a whole bunch of other different places that don't feed back or build us, you know. And it's crazy because if we supported each other like we're supposed to, man, we would all fly.
And think about it, ego, when you talk about number 8 is egotistic. It's like if your ego is so strong and you're an egotistic person, you don't want to see the person that's next to you get ahead of you.
Because you feel like it's just got to be you.
It's just all about you.
It's a big world. We can all fly.
Yeah, and it's like me, especially the age I'm at and the point I'm at in my life, it's like I want to see everybody win. I want to see everybody, you know, work together and all of that. You know, I got this big dream, this fantasy. I call it a fantasy now. It's sad. It's got to be a fantasy that everybody I grew up with is all coming together to work on, you know, one major thing and do it all together, and we all pitch in and we all do this, whatever, like that. But people's ego get in the way, and there's so much talent. Even right where I'm from, there's so much talent. There's so much, man. It's incredible.
And even, I mean, there's a lot of talent that comes out of, you know, where we're born from,
right?
And people have gone and they have acquired certain things in life, and yes, sometimes you need to stop and reflect. I'll tell you a story. About 10 years ago, we did an event where the people we started with, we brought everybody together, but one we couldn't find at the time. And that was such a rewarding experience for us to come together and just respect the journey that got us to this particular point and say, okay, we're off doing this and we love you and we want you to just come and share in this with us, even though you're not doing this with us, or, you know, at the point, but we just want you to come and share in this because you're part of the story, part of the journey. We got here because we were there, and we love you forever and for always. And there's nothing that feels like that. That is so empowering. And then, but the one thing that does get me, because there's another side, because even looking, you know, as a business owner, people that have come into our business and they've come in and they pretend to want to give and support the business, but in actuality they want to take from the business and then go build. It's okay to come through here because not everybody's with you forever. People come into your life for a season, and sometimes it's just that season. True, and then they fly, and that's fine, and we can watch you fly and we can be like, hey, you're over there, we're over here, hey. But it's different when you come in to steal and then you want to take it and then go fly. There, I ain't got no love for you when you do that. Or you don't respect the platform, you know, that built you, or that you got it from. So that's why I relate to Nicki. There's a level of respect. Okay, when you have something that's helped build you and guide you.
Soups is a Nicki Minaj fan. I just found out today. I'm just finding out today. So that being said, man, we hope y'all took something from what we was talking about as far as, are you your own worst enemy? I hope it was kind of a reality check, you know, to yourself. I mean, everybody needs one, man.
Yes.
And I hope some of these signs, some of these things we discussed, the 8 things we discussed, resonated with some of y'all.
Yes.
And everything. And
thank you for your comments.
Yeah. Too. But just know we coming back tomorrow. And just a quick question, and I want y'all to put it in. So at the top of the show, we talked about Floyd Mayweather. He's shopping at Gucci, right? and we heard what he had to say. And just, if some of y'all joined us late, I'm going to play the clip. Are we now going to support or not support Floyd Mayweather on his choice to continue to support Gucci?
I don't think we withdraw our support from our brother, but we voice our opinion to him, and we give him an opportunity, you know, to kind of expand, give him a second. Okay. But if he should not, I would say, give us a responsible reaction, then we do have to question.
Okay, but he said, F that, I'm going to do what I want.
I feel like he wasn't informed.
So you just negating the fact that blackface, again.
We hold him accountable. But quite honestly, is it our dollar? I mean, honestly, if it was our dollar he was depending on,
all right,
it might resonate with him, but it's not our dollar he's depending on.
All right, let me run this clip and we out. But just I don't want to
go, Norm.
All right, so I'm gonna run this clip.
Well, we go.
What controversy?
Yeah, I'm sure you heard. They had the blackface sweater, and a lot of prominent artists dropping them.
Man, listen, I'm not no follower. I do what the fuck I want to do. Right. Because everybody say wear this or don't wear this. I'm wearing what the fuck I want to wear. I'm about to go into Gucci.
Were you disrespected at all by the whole blackface?
I'm about to go into Gucci. No. Oh yeah, but you see, we've been in there shopping today.
Look at that. Oh man. Oh yeah, you're not worried about the backlash at all. Look at all the Gucci bags.
Oh man, I'm living life, man. Right. I'm living life. Everybody gonna boycott. I said, guess what? Well, this boy gonna get on a yacht and live life.
Right. But you don't feel that they were disrespectful making the balaclava, the blackface?
My thing is this. Sure. We all know racism still exists. Right. But that's not going to stop my drive. Black lives matter first.
Right. Oh, controversy?
What controversy?
Yeah, I'm sure you heard, they had the blackface sweater, and, a lot of...
Mayweather. The more I hear that clip... the more I get a little pissed. This black man gonna get on a yacht. So what? So
that's your boy.
You go. How much money did you just drop there? I don't want to count your coins because you made your coins, okay? But literally, you got some stuff that you're gonna value from a company that doesn't value you. It goes back to the Tommy Hilfiger, the Liz Claiborne, when will we as a community realize when we've been disrespected and stop feeding our masters with our money? Maggie Anderson, the author of, I don't want to get the name of her book wrong, but she went a whole year supporting black businesses. So if she couldn't buy it from a black-owned business, then she couldn't buy it. So what that meant was when her kids were growing and they grew out of their shoes, if she couldn't find a black-owned shoe company, she couldn't buy the shoe. She went a whole year. If she couldn't buy her groceries from a black-owned grocery store, it limited her choices. So whatever that black-owned grocery store had is what she purchased. So what happened is she went through this whole year, this experience. If you never got the book, please go get A Family's Year of Buying Black by Maggie Anderson. I went to hear her speak. If she couldn't buy it from a black-owned business, she didn't get it. So they went a whole year, and there were certain things they just couldn't have because she couldn't find a black-owned company to purchase it from. And many communities survive because their dollar circulates within that community. And a couple of years ago, we did a story and a show, and in the Jewish community, the dollar changed hands within their community about 12 to 13 times before it left the community. In the black community, it didn't even last a day. Like, we don't support our community. You'll find it right now. Look about where you live. And a lot of people say there's a lot of Latina businesses in their area. They support their community. They go in and they spend the dollar with them. In the Jewish community, they could curse each other out, but they're going to spend their money with each other. We don't do that.
I'm rocking with, I love what you just said. I'm rocking with Ingrid Judge saying, why are we supporting ignorance?
Yeah.
And that's, listen, yeah. I'm clapping out because at some point you like, listen, man, Floyd is a good boxer. Other than that, he's no Ali, right?
Yeah, because Ali was definitely a man of substance and conviction, and he had an opinion, and it had value. And I mean, you know what? He put his conviction before his dollar.
You got to look at when you go like this with, okay, if the distractions is in front of you and you go like this with the distractions and you see what's really happening, right? With us right now, more than ever, right? And I'm not even hell-bent on preaching this, but more than ever, we got to stick together. More than ever, we got to stick together now, because I'm telling you, we are coming under attack more than ever. And right now, things are coming out blatantly. They doing things purposely. It's no way in hell, right? So when I go back to that, and I got to go back to, where is it? I hope I didn't delete it. Yes. So when I go back, that's Prada and that's Gucci. That's Prada on the right, and that's Gucci. So
no, why does our community sell out to this mess? Why? What
systematically we effed up, Soups. Systematically we effed up, and we've been effed up since. And it's, I hate to sound redundant, and like one of these cats is like, and the black man and what? No, it's not even about that. But reality to it is that since slavery, and then in our head we have what validates us, what things validate us for being better. So in our head, something told us, marketing, and we understand marketing. Marketing told us, if you drive a BMW, you are better than the next man. If you drive a Benz, you are better than the next man.
You've arrived.
You arrived. If you have Gucci, Versace, this, that, you are better than the next man. If you buying bottles, a bottle that only costs $20 or $25, by the way, and you're spending $200 on bottle service to get a $30 bottle, you've arrived.
So why are we seeing that so much in I'm going to say between the 25 to 35 year olds? Why are we seeing it like that? why is it that?
Because we're not being educated properly. And listen, man. Ignorance is a cancer too. Ignorance is a cancer. If you're not being educated properly to know that when you're going out and you're getting bottled, we $300 bottle service for this table right here, one bottle in the thing of ice, whatever, and they bring you out the juice or whatever. You're so stupid, and I gotta say it like that. You're so stupid. The bottle costs like $30, $39. You're paying $300 to get some ice and some juice around you, whatever like that, for status, to look important. Stop it. I know the game. I've been around this. We've been around in Soups. We're not in let's be honest, right? We've been around the biggest celebrities in the world. We've been in their mansions.
Yeah.
We've been at their parties.
Their studios.
Their studios. All of this, man. I seen it. Yo, cut it out. Yeah. We being played.
We're being played.
We're being played, people. And this is real talk, man. Listen, if you see a purse, a pocketbook, right? I don't know where your purse is at. I was going to use you as an example.
It's
whatever.
over there.
But that's a good looking purse, whatever.
Yeah.
Like but you got it open. You got stuff sticking out of
I
it.
know.
Whatever like that.
It's terrible.
But if you had it closed, then whatever, it's a nice looking purse, right? So I would say like you would pay what for that? I'm just
$50, Norm.
$50.
I'm not spending more than that on a bag.
All right. So $50 or whatever like that, and you see something, if somebody stamps Gucci on it, right? Oh, I gotta get that. Oh my God, girl, I gotta get that joint because they stamped the Gucci on it or they stamped the Versace on it, whatever. And sometimes it's not even quality. I've seen somebody with a real Versace joint, whatever, that ripped or whatever, or the wear and tear in it, whatever. And like you could find quality, you just gotta look for it. And we get so caught up in the brand names.
Yeah.
There's no way in hell any of us should be spending $200 to $300 on jeans.
Hell no, not unless
on jeans.
Not unless you don't have a mortgage, you don't have a car note, and you got your kids got their college already paid for it. No, even as a grandparent, my new thing is now I am going to limit the amount of toys that I'm buying, and I'm gonna start to give them gift certificates because this is a bunch of nonsense. And actually, rich rich people don't necessarily function this way.
Yeah.
You know?
Shout out to Glenn Gray. So actually, this isn't new. Remember when we arrived, when we got fat rope chains in the 80s and whatever like that. Yeah, but you know what? You know what, bro? You absolutely right. It's nothing new. But we have to realize that we're being played. This is stuff that people are putting in front of us saying, this makes you better. If I put this in front of you, if you wear this, if you drive this, if you own this, this makes you better. We being played.
Yeah.
We being played, and then we playing each.
We're not building our community, so we're taking our dollar and we're not spending it where we live.
Value this and not that.
Yeah.
Value this. You're in real estate. You know how important it is to own property.
Yes.
But it's more important to value a chain than owning the house.
Well, people will buy a nice car before they will invest in the home they live in, and they will pay somebody rent, building somebody else's wealth, building somebody else's future, and they're just covering themselves for the month. So you've paid for that month of living, and you're going to pay for the next month of living, but you have built no equity. You're not developing any wealth. Meanwhile, the Caucasian community has a 400 plus, more than that, year jump on us in building wealth.
True indeed. Yeah. And it's funny, shout out to Deborah Church.
Hey, Deborah.
We don't support our own. No, why didn't we support FUBU and Carl Kanai? So sad. And see, this is why
we did support FUBU
to a point. But there are, and it's funny, I'm gonna get y'all the list tomorrow, but there are African American designers that have purses and pocketbooks and bags and all of that as well. A lot of these companies that we're talking about went out of business. You know, you're talking about the FUBUs and all that. They went out of business because you put more value on Tommy Hilfiger. You put more value.
Has no respect for our community.
On Versace. You put more. There's black-owned beverage companies. You put more value on Cristal. You put more value on Moet. All this stuff, whatever like that. That makes you better if you drink it and whatever. And we have to get out that mindset.
Yeah.
And this is real talk. You know. And then like the distraction is with all of that is let's distract you from owning property and owning your own infrastructure. Your own technology infrastructure, whatever. Let's distract you from all of this stuff that's really important and put more value on True Religion jeans and put more value on Gucci and all of that. And this is such a distraction because in the meanwhile, we don't own anything. We don't control anything. And we wonder why we're losing it to other races. And not even to go there. It's not about disrespect, but everybody, no matter what culture or what race or whatever like that, should have some type of ownership.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It's okay for all of us to have some type of ownership, whatever, and to all of us to love ourselves first and then love everybody else.
Right, so we can give some back to our babies.
It's okay. It's okay for us to love ourselves. And we're not doing that. So shout out to Deborah Church, St. Polo, Ralph Lauren, Felicia Nelson. I just had this exact conversation yesterday. Shout out to Denise Bonds. And
let's keep having the conversation.
Yeah, and exactly. We got to keep having this conversation. So Floyd, bruh, so your next fight, as much as I'm a fight fan, I'm a boxing fan. I love boxing, man.
I think Floyd's brother is Kanye.
Yeah, you stupid. I just, I can't do it, bro. After seeing that joint right there, it's like I can't do it. And it's funny because I know the TMZ person or whatever. And I think that was this Caucasian reporter that works for TMZ that asked the question or whatever. And for you just to say that to him and, I'm going in, I'm going to get these bags and blah, 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 or whatever like that. Bruh, you are a part of the problem. Floyd, you are a part of the problem. So, y'all go rock with him and y'all go watch his next fight and add to those millions by buying the $90 pay-per-view and all of that. I'm good. I'm going to take my $90, right, and use it for something else. You know what? I may bootleg his fight and watch it or whatever, and then have everybody come pay $5 or whatever so you can watch the fight here at the station or at my house or whatever like that. So because I can't support it, bro. I'm sorry. I can't do it, Soups.
Storm Norm, it's been a great afternoon.
It's been an exceptional afternoon.
Absolutely.
We're going to see y'all tomorrow. And luck, man, luck. If you in Jersey, whatever, y'all can get out this Friday. Let's talk about it, Soups. Let's talk about it.
I got my dance on, Storm Norm. I mean, y'all did the damn thing. Big up to you, DJ Smooth P, DJ Jess was in the place. It was a party. I was getting my dance on in my chair. I was tearing it up, or I was tearing up my my chicken avocado salad. It was really good. But I don't know where you're gonna be on Friday, but I know where you need to be. TGI Fridays. We're gonna be in Piscataway, 1315 Centennial Ave. It starts at 10 p.m. We go to 1 a.m. You're celebrating your birthday. You just want to have a nice night out with the girls or the guys, or you want to come out with your honey boo. Come on out and, you know, get it in with us. It's happy hour.
I'm giving out some shirts too.
You got some shirts?
I got to pick up some more. I got to give out some more.
All right, come get your shirt. Come get your nice little drink on and enjoy the element and the atmosphere, some great music, and, you know, come chill with us. We have a good time.
No doubt, no doubt. Look, man, we will be back tomorrow morning for the Man Cave Morning / Afternoon Show. This was a great conversation, great show. Appreciate you all. And just remember, this show was never about us.
No, it's always about you because what? You are the next best kept secret.
See y'all tomorrow, y'all. And remember this. I'm going to say this to y'all right now. I really love y'all. It's not a damn thing y'all could do about it. Peace and blessings. I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right.
Thanks for
Friday, going to be on and popping.
See you Friday.
I'm going in. with them joints.
Storm Norm.
Yes, I'm going in with those joints. All right. Peace and blessings, man. See y'all tomorrow, man.
Nice riding with you, Storm.
Love y'all, beautiful people. Oh, it was fun. It was good today. It was good. This was a fun show for me.
More to come.
Oh, yeah. Yes.